3, 2, 1. How are we doing, Gabe?
Cock.
You're literally just throating a fucking like foamy Guinness.
Oh yeah, dude, that thing like if we would have started like 5 seconds earlier, that would have been fucking hilarious because that was like right when you cracked it, it was just chaos. It was
I wanted to crack it before we started, but
that's all right. All right,
It's fucking fine, bud.
So do you not live in Cloquet anymore?
well, I live in Cloquet, but I just live not in like in town. I live in like the country kind of.
Okay.
You've never been up there, have you?
No, I've never been to Gabe's house.
I live like 2 miles past Gordy's, probably.
Oh, I know where you.
So
yeah, I know.
by like Rob Subzak.
Yeah. Shout out to Gordy's, by the way. That shit's fire. So good. How is Gordy's not good? Give me one example.
Okay, first off, the meat that they get, like the patties, they get that from Upper Lakes. They get the thinner version of what Perkins gets. Perkins, you get a thicker burger. Gordy's is all bun. Okay. And every time I eat there, I have to sprint across the highway to go to Quick Trip and shit my fucking britches.
It's not about the meat, Chase. It's about the taste.
The tradition.
The tradition.
Yeah, I love having an old man who doesn't fucking wear gloves touch my fucking meat patties.
Hot take by Chase. I do not support that at all.
Nobody does, but you know what? I'm gonna stand here and take the heat. I don't give a fuck.
Take the heat. So this is your first. This is your first Boys Will Always Be Boys podcast, huh, Gabe?
It is. My name is Gabriel Hunter Sorensen.
Dox yourself like that, dude. That's all right.
That's it.
I mean, there's like 2 people in Brazil that listen to this thing on Spotify, and then there's like
That's sick.
There's like 1 person in Argentina, and then like 1 person in Austria.
Like consistently?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every single one. It's always like
really?
the first Boys Will Always Be Boys, the first podcast we ever recorded is the title of like the podcast, like the whole thing.
Sure.
So when they look that up, they always get like the very first episode, and the very first episode has the most views. It has like 250 or something like that. And they on there's like 15 people in Brazil, but other than that, it's always like consistently 2 people. And
That's
shout
cool,
out
actually.
Shout out to Brazil. Thanks for listening.
Shout out Brazil. Shout out
Brasilia.
shout out Gus from Dick's Sporting Goods. He's from Brazil.
Shout out soccer. They like soccer.
They do like soccer.
Speaking of soccer, we should talk sports, boys.
Get a little sports action.
As
much as we can, at
I
least.
fucking miss sports so much. I'm so fucking sad all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
That's a big portion of your life, honestly, with sports, especially for your podcast, too.
Greasy Greg's fucking died. Yeah, dude, I am a diehard Vikings fan, but I'm originally from Bradenton, Florida, so I got a soft spot for Tampa Bay. O2 Bucks, one of my favorite teams of all time.
$2 bucks.
O2 Bucks. Shout out O2 Bucks. Shout out Mike Allstott, and also shout out traditional fullbacks. John Gruden, buddy. Chucky with a visor. Just
What does O2 mean?
2002, like the year.
Oh.
Dumb fuck.
I thought that was like abbreviation for something. Well,
Yeah, it's an abbreviation for 2002.
Yeah. No, that's funny. What is it? 7 and 3 and 02 or something like that? What's that hockey thing?
50 and 07.
50 and 07.
Danny, 7 and 3 and 02.
7, 3, and 02.
That was way stupider than what you said. Way more stupid. I'm not an Englisher.
What's that? Is that a frat shirt?
Yeah, it is. DTD, bruh. Delta Todd Delta.
Delta Todd Delta?
Delta Todd Delta.
Ta or Todd?
Ta. T-A-U.
Have you ever seen a baby named Todd?
No.
Would you ever, like, who wants to be like...
My uncle's name is Todd.
Yeah, I think he came out a grown man, like right out of the womb.
Yeah, I've never seen him, like, below...
Do you have baby pictures of Todd? No, dude, he never was.
He just came out, he's there, he walked out of the
closet. You want to hold
closet
baby Todd or, like, baby Craig? Fuck, no, that's a grown-ass man. He's going to get a job. He can hold himself.
Put him in a suit. But yeah, this it's Delta Tau Delta, or Ta. When I did the actual, like the actual class that you have to take for fraternities and shit.
Oh, I didn't know you had to take one.
Oh yeah, they teach you all about like the history of fraternities and stuff like that. And
I had no clue you were in a frat either.
It's stupid. It's so dumb. It's the most pointless thing I've ever done in my entire life. But I have to do it to be in this frat.
Oh, so you're not quite in it yet?
Not till like. Well, I think we're going to finish off. So, like, with the whole COVID thing and, like, us not being on campus, I think what we're going to do is, like, finish up the rush next semester. So, like, I only had to pay, like, half my dues, which was, like, $200 or something like that. But no, I joined this frat mainly because like the frats on NDSU are more professional. They're less party. Like if I wanted to go to a party frat, I would go to UND or like the U of M or something like that. But the frats at NDSU are really, really professional. So they focus like a lot on like keeping your grades up. Like you have to have above 2.75 to be in a frat.
High standards.
It's not bad.
Relatively high compared to most schools. Most schools it's only a 2.0.
Oh, really?
And then like you have to be in one other extracurricular other than the frat, and you have to do like 25 hours of community service every semester. It's like there's like a lot of different stuff, but it's kind of
You have to be a good person.
Kind of, yeah. But I joined this frat because the guys in it were like way cooler than most of the other frats the frats that I talk to on campus.
That's cool.
Can you beer me?
You want a beer?
Yeah, I'll take like a Busch or an Addy, whatever you got. Just anything cold. A baby.
I wonder if they can hear that.
Probably. You'd be surprised how sensitive these mics are.
Give ASMR for Gabe just rubbing his beard hair against the microphone.
That's how I fall asleep, dude. I text Gabe every night. I'm like, hey, send me another one. He sends
Send me a
me
little voice memo.
Yeah.
Voice memo. Just every now and then you just hear.
There you go. Mix in a little.
So what I want to do with this table is I want to fucking cover it in stickers.
That's cool.
Cover the whole table in stickers. Like a bunch of decals.
Like what I do with my laptop.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Like beer stickers and shit like that.
There's a
You're
lot of
pretty
reps
basic.
that come in that give us stickers, so we could probably give you a shit ton of just beer stickers.
That would be cool.
I have like duplicates too.
I will
They
take a
are.
bunch
I have
of
a
those.
bunch on my computer.
I will take a bunch of those. Dude, fucking sticking... I don't have any stickers on my computer for a fucking reason. Because I'm not a basic bitch college student. That's why. Every basic bitch college student loads their
True.
laptop up with stickers all around. Like, it's so sick.
You sound like someone that was never offered a fucking sticker in their life, so you're just mad.
I have a sticker right there. Almost.
What is that sticker, anyways?
It's a Logitech sticker.
Logitech.
I got it from my headset because I broke my Turtle Beaches for my PlayStation the other night.
Sick.
From throwing them.
No, I picked it up off the stand, and I picked it up too fast, and the fucking whole, like, right earmuff just kind of disconnected and was hanging by cords.
You need to have the kitty in here.
Oh, there's fucking cats here.
Not gonna... Oh, no, my dad's girlfriend's got an old, like, 19-year-old ornery-ass cat.
Dude, the thing's been dead for years. It's just on autopilot.
Just brain dead.
For sure, dude.
Dude,
For sure.
it's like Kim Jong right now.
Dude, my mom got rid of the kitty.
Bullshit.
No, I'm not fucking with you.
Why?
Because the kitty peed on her bed. Kitty had a...
Okay, yeah, you've done that too, but she didn't get rid of
Was
you.
it?
What?
I guess, I don't know. I've never...
Oh,
People train cats.
the mother of the kitty the mother of the kitty trains the cat. The kitty.
Can't.
The kitty. I don't know.
They're like, see this box full of sand?
I've never heard of someone training a cat, but people train dogs. Like, why is that?
Well, I don't think you can train a cat.
Why?
You
Are
ever-
they too stubborn?
Yeah, they're just stubborn as fuck.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
basically. They're not like super obedient. Like if your cat, like you've seen Tiger King, right?
Yeah.
Those tigers are not tame, and those are just basically giant kitties.
True.
Like imagine if you just had a bunch of cats. Like those cats do not give a fuck about you. If they could if they were big enough to rip your arm off, they would in a heartbeat because they don't give a fuck.
And they do.
Just survival instincts.
You're just asking for a baskin.
Care basking.
I mean, I love cats to death, but they're assholes. They don't care about anything
Yeah.
except maybe their children. Because I've seen some pretty fucked up videos of like people who like take their babies away from like cats and stuff like that, and the cat who like had her kittens taken away just starts like freaking out.
Oh, really?
Oh god, it's so sickening to watch. Like it's so sad. Ugh,
Interesting.
Sad kitty hours here on Boys Always Be Boys, I guess.
sad kitty hours. But we were talking sports. What's the latest development? I know you guys are on top of this shit.
NFL is going to most likely start the season with no fans. They've been taking polls.
That's so gay.
Well, okay, would you rather wait until you can pack the stadiums full, which would be for God knows how fucking long that's going to take, or would you rather just have them fucking do it? That way, Kirk won't choke as hard because he won't have people booing him in person.
Fair. I'd rather have them just like open up the stadiums and like, fuck it. We didn't do it right,
Full
boys.
send.
We didn't do it right. You know, like we were talking to Tristan the other night, and he's like, what we should have done is like forced people to stay inside their houses for 2 weeks, shut everything down for 2 fucking weeks, and then it would have been gone. And then I also don't believe that because if somebody comes home and like brings it back to their family, and let's say they don't interact with their, like they live in a big house, they don't interact with their kids that much, their kids kind of hate them, and then like half a week in or a week in or whatever, they finally interact with one of their kids and like give them the coronavirus, unless the air through the house is circled. Yeah, never mind. That's stupid.
We've had people getting mad at us at the liquor store for not wearing masks. Like, you can just stay the fuck home, right?
Yeah, seriously.
There's actually numerous people in my family that think they've already had it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
My parents thought they've already had it. Yeah.
Also, those masks that most people are wearing, like just regular medical masks, they don't do anything for you.
No, they don't. Unless you have it. Then it's that. Unless you have it.
Yep.
Then there's a little bit of,
like
helpfulness.
It doesn't
there,
protect you from anything. It
No.
protects other people from what you might have.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Some guy came in the liquor store. He's like, why aren't you wearing a mask? He didn't say this to me. He said this to someone next to me, and she was just like, I'm just trying to be the most normal part of your day. Just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
And he was like, rolling his eyes, and then before he left,
He's like, you should do it with a mask. And then he rolled his eyes because Gabe was sitting at the desk.
Yeah.
He's like, is that your boss? He pointed at Gabe, and she's like,
it's that fucking.
She's like, no, actually, I'm like the boss here right now. And then he rolled his eyes. He's like, oh, like it's like, dude, like,
fuck off.
It's like, stay the fuck home. Like, did you just wake up this morning and be like, God, I need to find a fucking problem with something?
Oh my God, you guys want to hear something whack? I was walking through Walmart and I fucking saw someone have on a crocheted mask. A crocheted mask. Like
oh yeah.
Like the super whole, I don't have my sweatshirt
like
here.
a blanket.
Yeah. Like the super fucking like thick threads and stuff. The holes in those motherfuckers are like that fucking big. Like I can tongue that hole.
I can tongue your
I can
fucking
stick
holes.
my tongue. If you can stick your finger through the hole in your mask, it's not a mask anymore. That's just something you're covering your fucking face.
That's just like thick mesh.
I don't even think it like wearing a mask would definitely not help me because I think it would just stick to this.
Yeah.
I don't think it would help me at all.
Yeah, it wouldn't, no. Especially for beards. Like, when you wear an N95 mask, it's supposed to, like, seal to your face.
Yeah, and it's just like...
That's why, like, nurses and, like, doctors and shit have, like, marks on their face at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But, no, like, even the mask itself. I saw a statistic that said, like, if you are wearing a mask and you have the coronavirus or you have any sort of, like, airborne thing that you can transfer to somebody else... If you are wearing that mask and you walk by somebody who's not wearing a mask, their chances of getting them infected, or if they're using the same air as you, is 5%. Compared to where if they're wearing a mask and you're not wearing a mask, or if I'm not wearing a mask and I have the coronavirus, I breathe that air and they're wearing a mask, it's still like 75% of them catching the same virus or the same cold or whatever it is that I have.
Yeah.
It's more to prevent other people from getting it from you.
I am so looking forward to the next South Park season to see what the fuck they make out of like
all this.
Oh
God,
dude, they're gonna have a fucking field day.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna have a field day.
They're gonna have fields. I feel like Zoom is gonna take over the world or something. I feel like that's what's gonna happen in the South Park. It's I swear to God, like how many people use Zoom and they're gonna like make the Zoom like CEO look like a big brain Jeff Bezos kind of guy, and he's the one that
was so like weird. That made me so uncomfortable.
But he's like the one that planted coronavirus or some shit. I could definitely see that happening. South Park is that whack.
Al Gore needs to be in it. With like Man, Bear, Pig, but it's me coronavirus.
No, he was in the last one though. He was in the last season. Yeah, he was like a big part of the last season.
Man, Bear, Pig was like some satanic like demon.
Mm-hmm. He wants Red Dead Redemption 2 and soy sauce. Just plain rice? Yeah, that's what I thought. That shit's so funny.
Gabe doesn't watch South Park, so he's just out of this loop.
I don't. Because all I hear is... all I hear when I watch that show is their voices.
Dude, I love... How do you... It took me a little bit to get past the animations for South Park.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like watching South Park and like the paper animations like jumping up and down. It was just...
Also when they actually got like good with like the animation.
Well, yeah. But even I don't notice it when I watch old seasons anymore either.
The old seasons are brutal to watch though.
The old seasons are super fucking funny.
Oh, they're super funny.
Like when Paris Hilton and Mr. Slave have a slut off. Or who can be a bigger whore or something like that.
It's a whore off or something like that. And then Mr. Slave just like moves her over. And then he just takes a running start, jumps on top of her.
Well, Paris Hilton shoves a pineapple up her cooch, and then fucking Mr. Slave runs and jumps on top of her and squeezes her inside.
What was the name of like her
Lemmy
line of like
Wings.
dolls?
Oh, Stupid Spoiled Whore.
Stupid Spoiled Whore play sets.
That shit was so funny. They that was also the scene where they like, you know, the gerbil that Mr. Garrison put in Mr. Slave's ass, Lemmy Winks. Mm-hmm. The fucking when Paris Hilton was inside Mr. Slave, it was like the fish frog thing. Whatever came up, and it was like Lemmy Winks.
I did not make that young fish perform bass to mouth.
Did I say bass to trout? I meant ass to mouth. We're not even drunk yet, people. This is gonna get whack. So, what's up?
This guy. Airplanes.
Oh yeah.
Back on sports.
How do you guys like my foam? I bought it.
You're gonna have foam all over the place. It's just fucking patches.
Well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't need to be everywhere. I don't need this room to be like...
What?
I don't need this room to lack in decibels. I need it to just not be super echoey all the time.
It's kind of like looking directly at that.
It's kind of trippy, yeah.
It's weird.
It's true. You get close to it, it gets real trippy.
It's like a checkers board.
Yeah, that was the point. That's why I ordered black and red. I tried to get blue, which would have like matched my room way better, but... Fucking Amazon's lacking right now. Everything's out of fucking stock.
Jeff Bezos and his giant bulbous head. Not doing shit.
Listen to me complain about my fucking first world problems. I couldn't get my camera fast enough, so I had to borrow Joe's. Like, fucking ridiculous, dude.
That's not yours yet?
Couldn't get blue foam. I had to get red audio suppressing foam. Me. God, what kind of pussy am I? Jesus Christ, I need to buck the fuck up. God. I hate myself, Chase.
We know. I'm glad you do.
Do you watch UFC?
Oh, yeah.
So I heard you were into MMA.
Oh, I love MMA.
Because I know they're still doing UFC 249.
Without fans, yeah. I heard about that.
But that's coming up, right? Like next weekend or some shit?
I know. I think it's this Saturday, yeah.
Oh, it is this Saturday?
I think so.
That'll be sweet.
Look that shit up, Joe.
That's good. That's actually a good card.
Hey, I'll pull that shit up.
Pull that shit up, Joe.
Yeah, I think it's UFC 249.
Yeah, that's when UFC 249 is.
I know it's Ferguson versus Gaethje is the main event.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Does he not, like, kind of look like he could be Conor McGregor's, like, third cousin?
No, for sure. It's just the ginger. If he wasn't ginger, then you'd be like, me. He looks like nobody.
Yep.
But your fucking ginger beard, that is sexy. Show that off. Show that off to the fucking... Get that out.
Such a power move.
Dude.
It's about 3 inches right now. That's probably the... I think I've had it longer, though.
3 times the size of my dick.
3.
3 times
the size of my cock.
That's SpongeBob.
May 9th, yep.
Yep. The Saturday, fucking...
Oh, wait, yeah. They probably didn't even see the beard. This is a screen share, right?
Who do you got on that fight?
Oh. The Ferguson Gaethje? I don't know too much about Gaethje, but I just know Ferguson. I think Ferguson has, like, one of the longest winning streaks right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, a long winning streak in the UFC is, like, you know, they only fight, like, 3 or 4 times a year max.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's, like, I think he's on, like, a 10-fight winning streak or some shit.
Okay.
Do they usually stay in the same weight class throughout their careers, or do they, like, go up and down?
Unless they're Conor McGregor. He went down. Yep. He went down, and then he went up to fight Cowboy Cerrone.
Yep. He fought Nate Diaz at 170 twice, though.
Yeah, he did. He lost. He won the first time and then lost the second time.
How the fuck?
It's opposite.
What's the lightest he's been?
Yeah, he
lost the first time.
What was what's the lightest he's fought at?
Like 150.
145.
Yeah. Like
155 is like his normal.
That dude doesn't have like any fat on his body. It looks like. How can you drop like?
No, he looks like fucking skin and bones when he's at weigh-ins at 145s. He literally looks. His face is like.
He loses so much. He loses so much muscle too.
It's gross.
That's absolutely insane.
Well, they do extensive like weight training, and they do like a lot of like so the way to explain it is like kind of the opposite of what not the opposite of what a football player would do for training, but like not necessarily so much based on power, but it's it's more based on endurance. It's more of like
you want to last. Yeah, it's not just it's not just fast explosive movements. It's you want to be able to keep going through a long fight. You want to fight through like 10 rounds.
Yeah. So that first one's can they see this?
No.
Holy shit.
Yeah, pull that up though. Pull that on the screen, yeah.
So that first one is his Aldo fight.
Yep.
And it looks like that one
is his.
That one looks like that one looks like. Oh, that's Diaz.
Yeah, that's the Diaz one. Yeah,
I think he fought at 155 against Mayweather.
It's crazy, like how thin they get, and that's like the problem.
And he just kicked the shit out of you.
And that's like the problem with like his fighting style is because he's such like an explosive, quick quick twitch kind of fucking fighter.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like a long gas tank. So him going up and down like that is wild. Especially when he fought Cowboy Cerrone. I was like, if he fights this fight like if he tries to play the long game with Cowboy, he's gonna get his shit rocked.
That's what Mayweather did with him when they were boxing. He just let him wear himself out, and then Mayweather made his move and just kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, I think he knew going into that fight that he was not going to be able to have the stamina, so he just tried to knock him out in the first 3 rounds.
You talk about the Mayweather fight?
For sure. Yeah. That fight was kind of a joke, though. Like, after round 3, it was like, this is just, he's just patting him.
Yeah, like, at first when I saw him, like, landing hits and stuff, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty fucking cool. And, like, I don't watch boxing or, like, UFC in my free time, but I had to watch this. Mm-hmm. And then, like, when you realize, oh, Mayweather's just toying with him, you're like, he's gonna end this when he wants to.
Like, the thing is Conor McGregor has hands. He definitely has, like, the boxing ability.
Yeah, that too. He grew up boxing.
Yeah, but he's nowhere near the realm of, like, a Floyd Mayweather fighter or, like, a Manny Pacquiao. No, not even fucking close. He's like a lower... he could probably be pro in boxing, I would say.
I mean, he did to go 10 rounds against Floyd in his first professional boxing match. I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, who did he fought a professional boxer, just a recently retired, he sparred a professional boxer in his training.
Paul Malagny.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Paulie Malagny. I don't know how to say his last name, but
something like that, yeah. But that was like, he fucked the shit out of him, dude. Like,
McGregor did?
Yeah, McGregor fucked this dude up. Fuck the fuck out of him, dude.
Fuck the fucking fuck out of him.
Yeah, my girlfriend actually got me a Conor McGregor signed glove for Christmas.
Boxing glove or UFC glove?
UFC glove. So it's pretty sweet.
That's fucking dope. That's awesome.
When I watched the Cowboy fight, that was like the first live fight I watched of his, and I've never been that nervous for a sporting event in my life.
Really?
Were you at B-dubs for that?
I was at B-dubs.
Were you just getting wild?
I was screaming because he fucking ended it in 40 minutes.
40 seconds.
Or 40 seconds, sorry. Yeah, and when he landed that head kick, I was literally screaming in there. I was like, let's fucking go.
Oh, dude, when he bounced Cowboy Cerrone's fucking nose off of his collarbone.
Yeah, that I didn't notice until after. You couldn't really catch that right away.
No, you couldn't. You had to catch it on the slow. You had to catch it on the slow-mo. Yeah. But like right when I saw that happen, I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this doesn't happen very often.
I've never ever seen anyone attack unless they're in a clinch. That's the only time you hit with a shoulder. But he literally pulled Cowboy Cerrone to him and like pulled him down onto him and then planted his like right foot and just locked it in place and like locked his shoulder out and just racked his shoulder right into Cerrone's nose.
Yeah, broke his nose.
Oh. And then right when Cerrone was on the ground, like being helped up, Conor runs up to him and he's like, "Hey, feel your nose, that broken nose? Yeah, that shoulder happened because of this. Happened because of this, boy." And just,
he's a beast.
He's such a fucking
I sent
animal.
Gabe a video. It was like, was that a boxing match? Or was that one of his first, like, professional fights?
That was one of his first amateur MMA fights.
What? Oh, wasn't he was doing that?
No, it's like a video, and it's just like he just absolutely sparks this guy, and he's just like
he has no facial hair.
He's probably 20, and he just like he knows someone's filming him, and he just like runs up to the camera, and he's like, "I'm the fucking future.
I'm the fucking future," and his voice is just like it doesn't sound the same without the beard. It's like less intimidating. So
he definitely sounds younger.
Oh yeah, I saw him on. I was watching like the old when Junior Dos Santos and like Matt Hughes or whatever were doing the King of the Cage or whatever. Mm-hmm. Oh God.
Oh yeah, he looks just like that actually in the video.
Yikes. Anyway, they were doing like King of the Cage or whatever, where they have like two teams and they have people fight against one another.
Okay.
But they were doing the female version of that, and I don't remember exactly who it was, but I remember this like Irish girl. Conor McGregor was like her friend.
Okay.
And he had done his first professional, not UFC, but first professional fight.
Okay.
And he actually did it there, and then he like went and talked to like Junior Dos Santos or whatever, and was like just bullshitting with him. But that was like the first time I saw him, and she's like, "Oh yeah, he's really good," and like all this shit.
Yeah.
He's the future, and fuck. I was like, "Nah, that guy's a chump."
Yeah, he's definitely really confident.
Russ.
What?
5.
I just covered up like the rest of it, and I just wanted to say Russ. My
Yeah.
favorite picture is Trenton punting a football, and the ball's like mid-drop, and you see his gut coming through that really nice, slim Nike jersey. Dude, that ball got fucking sent into orbit. You know that for a fact.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, God, I don't think you were playing football at this time. Joe, do you remember when I had that wild punt during practice one day? It was like a fucking 70-yard punt, dude. I swear to God, it was ridiculous. It was absurd. Because I remember I was punting. I was punting that day in practice. We were just doing like punting drills and shit. It was on like a Thursday. And then there was one where Timmy came like running through the line. Or not Timmy, but Dylan Lauer came running through the line. And he jumped up like this. And I kicked like right to the fucking, to his right. Just right to his right. And the ball, and I thought I was going to kick him in like the arm too, because he like dropped his arms down. So I thought I was going to like boot the fuck out of his hand. And I smoke that ball, and it just goes flying back. And I look over, and Mitchell Gerlach turns around, and he has to like run backwards towards like the goal post from like the 30.
Maybe he just like started out too close.
I don't think so, dude. It was a boot.
I've made that mistake more than once on punt return.
It was a boot.
And I have regretted it dearly.
It was a boot.
I miss hearing...
Let's not talk about football.
I miss hearing Joe, go for the knees, boys.
Joe torpedoing his fucking helmet right into people's knees.
Ooh, Flavor Wave. That's a good one.
It is a good one.
Did you already finish that fucking?
Dude, Guinness is so smooth, man. Pound those
Dude, I can't.
Cocksuckers.
I get so full from Guinness.
Huh?
I get so full from Guinness.
Yeah, it is heavy. It's actually only like one of the healthiest beers out there. Do you know that?
It's the healthiest?
Yeah, and that there's only like
Look
130.
that shit up, Joe.
There's only like 130 calories in that.
No.
When I was trying to lose weight, I would have a protein shake.
Nutrition facts are on here.
I would have a protein shake, and I'd drink like 2 of those after I'd work out, so I'd get full and I wouldn't snack afterwards.
125 calories for this whole gram, or for this whole can.
This whole gram.
9.4 grams.
I mean, other than like the purposefully light beers, that one's just like a standard beer. But there are beers now coming out that are like, 95 calories, 2.6 carbs. It's like,
but
those are all light.
But they're all low in alcohol though. Like that Goose Island, like that Slow-Mo or whatever it is. It's like fucking 3% alcohol.
So I guess it's not like that one of the healthiest beers out there, but like it's just like, they're not trying to make it healthy, but it's.
Mm-hmm. You shouldn't have crushed that can. I could have added it to my collection.
Oh, I've got another.
Oh, sweet. That Dragon's Milk, though, that fucking took me a while to finish, and that got me hammered. I was so drunk after I drank that.
What?
I ate a beer. You got one?
Yeah.
Do you want one? Do you want a Bush, or do you want...
Do you like Guinness?
Come on.
Yeah. I'll take a Bush right now, Trenton. Unless my beer's getting cold, actually, which I doubt it is.
Do you like... No. Go.
Warm Guinness isn't terrible, actually.
That's how you're supposed to drink it. That's how they drink it. That's how they drink it in Ireland.
Jesus Christ.
It's got the nitro ball in it.
That mouth do.
You drink it faster when it's warm, too.
Oh, yeah, they drink a lot of beer warm.
I suppose they drink most.
Oh,
most beer warm, I think, right? Was your Heineken warm, too?
Heinekens were not warm. They were in a... Well, when I had Heineken in Amsterdam, the Heinekens I bought in Amsterdam, they were bought from a wheelbarrow because we went there on King's Day. Oh, so I bought them from a wheelbarrow filled with ice, and they were walking around with that. They had wheelbarrows, and then one person had like a child stroller thing. It had one of those, and like it was filled to the brim with ice and beer, and it was like leaking water like at the bottom and shit. And I was like, what the fuck?
Every time I'll get like a 12er of Heineken for something, and I'm like, this has to be gone tonight. I'm always reckless. It's just too good.
Oh, Heineken's so good.
Heineken is so fucking tasty.
3 bottles up there, boy. I bought a 12-pack, and that shit did not last. What is this? What is that? What the fuck?
Yeah, for the singles, we have to put different barcodes.
Getting all wet and soggy.
Gross.
Nothing like soggy-ass paper.
I have to hear the origin of that story, by the way.
Oh, God. We were... Oh, God, what were we doing? We were in this... It happened in this room. That's when it happened. And,
actually,
yeah, it was in this fucking room. Exactly. And...
A lot's happened in here.
Lots happened in here, yeah. Fuck.
It's like haunted.
The ghost of greasiness passed.
Just hear tears puking into a mattress in the distance.
God, but I was in the living room, and Max came in here, and he was in my room doing something or whatever, and he was in here, and I remember we were both like absolutely stony baloney. Like we were completely gone. And then this was around the time where like I had like insane like THC receptors, so like I would get absolutely burnt. My brain would just not work. So I was sitting in the living room, and I was like, what the fuck is taking Max so long? It could have been 30 seconds. It could have been 30 minutes. I don't know how long it was, but he was in here for a while. And I get up, and I walk in, and the first thing I think of is that he's going to be leaning over my bed with his hands on my bed and his ass out like that. And that was my first thought before walking in here. I was like, he's going to be doing something like that, and it's going to be pointed right at the door. And I walk in, and he's not pointing it at the door, but he's pointing it at like my closet, so it's like towards the wall. I walk in, and I see him doing that exact thing, and I was like, and I had like a little moment of deja vu, and I don't know what happened, but I just went, and I don't know why I did it, but I just did that, and that's the origin story of that. Is just high T-Russ being a fuck. That's it. That's all that is.
I think Chase shows me a video all the time of you. And you guys are pretty cheesed. You guys are in the McDonald's drive-thru.
Oh, in the Sable, and you're like talking. Like I kept telling you to shut the fuck up because
you were talking about like something being completely liquid.
No. You were talking about space. You were talking about like matter and like something turning into a gas and stuff. You're like
the Bose-Einstein condensate, bro.
And I looked at you.
Talking about that.
I had my phone like down here. So I don't know why I was hiding it from you. Like you were gonna fucking notice. You were gonna fucking stop me anyway. And I was like, after you got done explaining, you like looking at me like this, and I was like, did I fucking ask? And then you're like, isn't that fucking crazy?
Well, yeah, dude, it's the fucking... I was just explaining that, and for some reason when I'm baked, I either like watching nature shows or watching like space and like physics stuff.
Yeah.
I've been watching One Planet on Netflix a lot recently. Oh, God, it's just...
It sounds like something I
like. Is that by BBC?
I think so. Yeah, it's like some. Shut up. It's some like British dude or whatever, like with a really soothing like British Morgan Freeman voice.
Oh, it's probably that one dude that
David
Attenborough. Planet Earth.
Mm-hmm. David Attenborough, is that his name?
Yeah, he does.
Pull that shit up, Joe.
Something about.
Pull up David Attenborough.
Exactly like that. Yeah, or something about like it's so calming and it's so soothing.
This eel has the biggest dick out of all.
He's got to do Planet Earth. Oh yeah, it's our planet.
Yeah.
You said one planet.
My bad. Our planet. Yeah.
One planet is the first episode.
Oh.
Next episode is Frozen Worlds.
My bad.
Do you want to see it a little bit?
Yeah. Okay. So it's the same concept as Planet Earth.
Yeah. It's so. I love watching it so much.
Probably copyright.
No, actually.
Don't record it.
Yeah. Don't record the screen, but yeah, it's super fucking so cool. I wish I had one of those super high res TVs to watch it on, because like I have a relatively, cool. I have like
dude,
a relatively
like a 4K TV.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the one downstairs at my mom's house. Sit there, watch fucking.
I think they're hearing. Mute that right there. Mute that. Yeah, they were hearing that shit.
Oh yeah, okay.
Mute that.
I heard the guy's voice, so.
Yeah. But yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's so fucking. It's so interesting. Like I watched what was it? The jungle one. I watched the one about the
jungles.
And like the orangutans, dude. The orangutans are whack. Like they use tools and shit to like get ants, and like that's how they eat ants. Yeah, I didn't fucking know that.
Like, yeah.
They eat ants. They eat ants.
What else are they gonna fucking eat?
Fruit.
I mean, they eat bugs too. I mean, they eat it like they literally sit there on the trees and they just like pick bugs off of each other.
Oh yeah, dude. You know what they do to catch ants? They'll rip off like an old dead log that's just filled to the brim with ants, and they'll set it on like a little tree pallet, like a tree fucking
flat
table. Yeah. And they'll take their fur on the back of their hands that's like Velcro, and they'll just like slap bugs, and they'll just eat them off.
Oh, really?
With their weird ass lips.
That's so weird.
They're so accurate with those lips. What else do they do with those lips?
Go to like Jane Goodall's like chimp sanctuary. You got any orangutans I could borrow for a minute?
Let me look at your monkeys. I think monkeys are the craziest, most interesting fucking animal out there. Besides dolphins.
Dolphins are fucking smart.
Dolphins are really smart.
Have you seen them hunt?
Yeah, they hunt. They fucking dig up the mud.
Shit. They do this circle shit. They get all the sand, and then all the fish get like really fucking like flustered, and they're like, "What the fuck's going on?" Yeah. And then they have a couple of them just go through there like torpedoes, just mack up all the fish till they're gone.
No, it's, you know what it is it's It's in the
It's like shallow.
The shallow ocean water.
Because you can see it from above.
Yeah, it's like a lagoon or something like that. I can't think of the name.
No, not coral reef, because it's all sand.
It's all sand and
like the water's like what? Maybe it tops out like maybe
tongue.
like 10, 15 feet deep. So you can see all the way to the bottom, and it's crystal clear.
But what they do is they spin. They like the dolphins drag their tail or drag one of their fins
Kick up the sand.
Kick up the sand, and they trap these school of fish, like herd them in, kind of like they use the other dolphins to herd them into like this circle, and then the fish jump out of the water and they catch them in their mouth.
Oh,
the fish jump over the sand.
They either jump over it or they stay in there, and then they send like other dolphins in the middle of like the sand because they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They're just like, I'm just gonna run through here, open up my mouth, I'm gonna get fucking fed, son.
Well, the fish can't go through the mud because if they go through the mud, their fucking gills get all clogged up and they'll suffocate. Mm-hmm. So they have to go over. They have to sit.
Yeah, those cocksuckers are smart.
Yeah, they're super smart. Dude.
Those fucking cocksucking dolphins.
Oh, they're fucking. What is it? They're not their cranium. They're not their cervix either. It's another c word.
They're cunt.
No, what? Hey, that's illegal.
No, it isn't.
I know. What is it? Yeah, this is it right here. Oh. This is it. It's so whack.
Mud nets.
Oh yeah, dude, it's whack.
How do they just like
imagine if these fuckers had thumbs?
Communicate.
Oh yeah,
we'd be dead.
Yeah, 100%. They're like what is it? Their brain is like I think it's like twice the size of ours or something like that.
Oh, really?
Or like their cerebral cortex. That's what I was thinking. It starts with a C. Their cerebral cortex is like not their frontal lobe, which is our decision-making things, but like their ability to think intuitively is like twice as large as ours.
Yeah, I've definitely seen this particular clip, but it's been a while.
Yeah, dude, isn't that whack? Look at that.
Yeah, that's really
cool. Just got fish jumping up. Nom, nom, nom.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's it. That's all it is. It's sick. It's fucking sweet.
Yeah, that is cool.
Definitely check out One Life. Or not One Life.
Our Planet.
Our Planet. That's what it is.
Life.
One Life.
Sorry, not One Life. Isn't that like a youth group?
Oh, that's
Young Life.
Young Life. What the fuck, dude? I don't know what's...
That's how important it was. You don't even fucking remember the name.
Dude.
It's irrelevant.
You've seen the documentary Wild Wild Country, right? You've never seen that? You've never seen that documentary? It's like these... it's like this... it's on Netflix, first of all. It's still on there. And it's about like these... like Indian people who start like basically a cult in
what
like...
kind of Indian are we talking about?
Like Indian in India.
Okay.
Not Native American, but like
actual
Indian,
actual
Indians, yes.
Actually kind of bothers me. When
I
people
know,
call
right?
Indians, it's like, they're not in India. You're not Christopher Columbus. You're fucking stupid.
Nah, you're Indians. Nah, you're
The
Indians.
complete fucking wrong way.
But they basically start this like cult in Oregon in like the 70s and 80s. And
I heard about this actually.
yeah, they start a cult in Oregon and basically like they just start like getting a bunch of people to go there. Yeah, they all like, and it's like a open sex, all that kind of stuff, like free sex.
You show up in like an orangish yellow robe and you just get laid.
Yeah, you basically just wear like that all the time. That's all they wear.
It's
but
like
they were
Burning
in
Man without music.
Yeah, but no, they put plenty of music. It was outside this like small town, and like people in the town got like really irritated that they were doing that because a lot of them were like Catholics and Christians and stuff like that, and they thought it was against like a moral code. Okay. And so what someone did was like the sheriff went up there with a gun, and that was like the first time the shaman had actually seen a gun in his life. Or it was something along the same. It was either the shaman or like somebody who ran the camp. It was like the first time they'd ever seen a gun in their life, and they freaked the fuck out. They're like, "What is that?" And people started telling them about like guns, and we should probably get guns to protect ourselves. So they ordered like a shipment of guns and like trained people how to use them.
They've never seen a gun, but they can order guns.
Well, they went and bought. They had people. No. The head guy, the guy that ran the shit, had never seen a gun. Because he was directly from India, and the only time he'd been to the U.S. was
what time period was this?
Like 70s, 80s.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, there was like no internet, nothing.
Oh,
that shit.
I thought it was like a
no X videos.
No X videos.
There's no X videos.
Fuck, that's why they had group sex. They so they ordered guns, and then basically they brought guns back, and they were training them how to use them on their land that they bought in Oregon. And the fucking neighbors, like who lived in that nearby town, were like, they're shooting guns all day, and they're fucking blowing shit up and making bombs, and like so they called the National Guard and to break them up and shit. That guy was so wealthy, he had He had gotten so many like movie stars and like wealthy people to join his cult and give him all their money that he had 7 Rolls Royces.
Holy fuck.
What a cocksucker.
7. He had a motorcade of Rolls Royces.
That's crazy, actually.
Millions of dollars.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Quote about making money.
Trenton
What is it? L. Rod Hubbard.
was a black man.
That's the best Eric Andre quote ever.
I always yell that whenever I see Gabe Law
You want to read that
on
out,
the
Joe?
show.
I can't really read that. The glare's fucking with me. Read it.
Wear your fucking glasses, idiot.
Writing. Does it say writing or
Writing
willing?
for a penny a word is ridiculous. If a man really wants to make $1 million, the best way would be to start his own religion.
Oh, yeah. What? I don't know if L. Rod... No, he definitely did.
Scientology.
Yeah, he started Scientology, but, like, was that his intention? I'm pretty sure. I think
Who
it
started?
was.
This guy did?
Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard.
L. Rod Hubbard. L. Ron.
L.
Tom
Ron
Cruise.
Hubbard.
Tom Cruise's. Leah Remini has done that. She did that documentary on Netflix about Scientology.
Tom Cruise.
I don't know
is shorter
anything
than
about
me.
that shit. What?
He is. He's
Tom
5'7".
He's like 5'5", 5'6". He's really short.
Is he?
I saw Elon Musk and him are trying to do a movie in outer space.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Did you
They're,
see
like,
Elon
working with
Musk's
NASA.
son's name? You can't even pronounce it.
Oh yeah, what is it again?
Pull that shit up, Joe.
Elon Musk's son's name.
Yeah, that is something weird.
That's such a nasty last name. Musk.
Musk. Yeah, that is a pretty
He's fucking-
musky.
Look at that.
Oh Jesus.
X
fuck.
EA AE EA Sports.
It's in the game.
Yeah, pull that shit up, Joe.
Wait, I didn't know that was actually.
That
What?
kid's gonna get bullied. Like,
He's asking for it.
Dude, he's Elon Musk's son.
Well, that's
he's
the
gonna
thing.
He's going to have a college
That's true,
professor
he's probably
teach his
gonna be
4-year-old
homeschooled.
kid how to do the alphabet at his house.
Not yet clear if it's the real name.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah. So what does that mean? Like what does?
Dude, he's a shit poster. He's a shit poster. He might be fucking with us.
12.
Yeah,
Musk.
he is kind of a. He can be a troll on Twitter once in a while. What?
And right
Pull
as we
that
say
up,
that,
hold
that
up,
happens.
Hold up.
He posted that. What is that?
Oh no!
No.
What is that?
Someone said we really need to see a picture of the baby.
What in the cock?
Oh, I didn't tighten it.
Yeah, apparently not.
There.
Figure it out,
There.
Chase.
Yeah, I got you. Just
Help!
put the mic to your mouth and I'll fix it.
Figure it out.
Stop.
Stop what? Trying to make content?
Yeah.
Cocksucker.
Keep talking. I don't give a fuck.
Anyways.
I didn't tighten it. Yeah, my bad. It just kinda
So you
fell
were
off.
not able to get any beer from Asti, it looks like.
No.
So Gabe and Asti have brewed their own beer.
Oh yeah.
And I already forgot how the fuck to brew beer, so I brought a sheet.
So you brought a sheet.
Donkey.
Yeah, I forgot how to brew beer already. Like I forgot the steps.
What?
So this is our next beer. I have the ingredients for it already.
So did you brew this beer?
No. So our next beer is going to be a coffee cream ale.
Ooh.
So yeah, the first thing you do with beers, you have to take the grain and you have to steep it for 15 minutes, which is kind of annoying.
Steep it in water.
This one's 20 minutes, yeah.
Okay. I
Just
thought you
a
had to steep
big
it.
2.5 gallons, it says here.
What happens if you steep it in other beer?
If you steep grains in other beer,
Yeah. Should try
like
that.
already made beer,
Yeah.
it would probably taste like shit, and the grain would be
Be-
going
make
to
beer
waste.
squared.
What if you steeped beer in game fuel? Steeped grain.
You would
in
drink
game-
it
that
and you'd
would be
immediately
interesting.
start sweating and you would like just be really good at Call of Duty.
But have you heard the term wort before?
Yes. I heard it in the Heineken factory when I was in Amsterdam.
So all wort is boiled grain that you've
There.
steeped.
Yeah, there it is.
That's it.
That's what I thought.
You know shit.
Yeah, I did.
I heard that word.
So you boil the wort for like 60 minutes,
Okay.
and during that 60-minute course of boiling the wort, you're adding hops. And at what point in that boil you add the hops? Usually determines aroma, flavor. I think there's one other element.
How many kind of hops are there?
There's so many. Like,
Can you name,
there's
like,
got to be thousands.
Can you name like the basic ones that like you see, like what we see? Like, is this what kind of hops are in like that Indeed flavor wave?
I don't know. I'd have to. They probably say it on here somewhere. But like
Indeed's really good
Citra hops, Bravo hops, Mosaic hops.
Mosaic and Galaxy are the two that I've noticed that I think are my favorite.
I'd say citrus is the most like common, or the one I've seen the most.
Okay. So like, what do different hops do necessarily?
It usually has to do with bitterness.
Okay.
Like, you know the term hoppiness, like
Yeah.
in a beer. Yeah, that's all. I mean, I don't know. Gabe's better with this shit anyway, but like, you have like some beers like Surly Furious, where it's just like you drink it and you're like, oh wow, it's like my mouth is getting fucked by a whole bottle of bitters. Or
It's
like
like
a
a
whole hop. Like
It's
this.
like a warhead.
Yeah, it's like the warhead of beers. You're like, this is fucked, and then you'll drink like a Voodoo Ranger, like Juicy Haze, and you're just like, fuck, this is good. Like, this is like kind of fruity and shit.
There was one thing during like when we were brewing the beer that we were like, we really thought we were doing something wrong, was when we didn't realize how much of beer is just water. Like, we thought we were just like literally just watering this beer down, and we were like, this thing is like all water. Like,
Like, how much would you like make a percentile between the two? Like, if you had to guess, how much water was there compared to how much actual beer?
I don't know. I mean, like,
Was it like
'Cause
95%
all you're
water?
yeah, because all you're doing is just like you're boiling 3 gallons of water, and then you just steep grains in the water. So it's pretty much all water.
Okay, before you keep going farther in, can you explain what kind of equipment you have
So
to do this?
I think this actually lists them. So I have a 5. I know for sure that I have a 5-gallon kettle, which is what you just boil everything in.
Okay. What do you want, Joe?
He just keeps looking at me.
Look that shit up.
But you can just like boil. You can just boil that over your fucking.
Are you still in the... No, you're not.
You can just boil that over your stove. But we bought like an external.
Did you buy like a Bunsen burner?
We bought a huge external Bunsen burner.
That's sick.
Like this?
Big Bunsen.
Yep, just like that.
Oh, dude, we bought one of those when I was going to ICC. We bought a big fucking kettle like that, and
An engraved bone on
we
it.
used it one time to make
what?
to make liquid nitrogen ice cream at the
that's
science
cool.
fair. And River, fuck off. We were making liquid nitrogen ice cream at science fair, and my buddy, since we never used it again, it just sat in the fucking fabrication lab.
He's gonna keep calling you.
It sat in the
What?
fabrication lab. He wants me to come over, but it sat in the fabrication lab for like all year. And my friend was like, "Fuck it." He brought it upstairs into the dorm kitchen and fucking made like apple pie out of it.
Oh,
Or
really?
apple pie with it. Yeah, it was fucking so good.
Man, those things are freaking huge.
He was the apple pie supply.
But yeah, it's pretty simple. Like, you just boil the wort, you add in hops at certain points in the boil, and then after that 60 minutes is up, you have to cool the wort down as fast as possible. I don't really know why that is, but what we did is we just filled the bucket up with ice and just stuck it right in there.
Oh, so oh, go ahead.
But there's just like an alternative way to chill it, and you can get like a big copper coil that just like
That runs through it.
that you can just stick right in, and it just like gets it cold like pretty much instantly. What were you gonna say?
That's fucking sick.
When
So
you-
like, what make?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, it's
There's a lot of sugar in beer too.
What makes a good beer?
What makes a good beer?
What makes like your beer, like if you got a shitty batch compared to like a perfect batch? What's like the key? What's the key reason that makes a beer shitty compared to a good beer? Like, let's compare a Pabst Blue Ribbon to like a Busch Light.
okay. Well,
There's not going to be much difference there.
you're just comparing two really light domestic beers that really don't have much thought put into them.
But no, I'd say like a perfect beer, like you want it to get exactly the way that it's like listed or
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
it looks compared to like. I mean, I think ours was pretty much spot on. Besides, I was telling Chase this the other day. There's one thing I noticed about our beer. Like a week after we, actually, it might have been just the first time I put it in a glass. Mm-hmm. And you know, like the head, like the foam the foam head on beer, like usually it's pretty smooth for most of these beers.
Yeah.
Like that's actually something you can perfect.
Oh, really?
Because like ours was really bumpy. Like our foam was really bumpy. It wasn't like smooth, just smooth looking like it does on commercials. It was like bumpy.
So it's like were the bubbles just like bigger or like?
They were bigger, yeah. Bigger bubbles are usually an issue.
So it was like it was more of like a bath bomb kind of.
Yeah, I mean there wasn't like more foam or anything. It just didn't look as smooth.
When does the carbonation happen? Because it's like if the bubbles are all fucked up, it might have just been during that part of the process.
That might be. And actually, now thinking about it, it might have been because you're supposed to let it ferment, sit there, at room temp for like 2 weeks, and we let it go like. We didn't have to have a time to bottle it until like 18 days.
Oh, so
that could have done it because you can either force carbonate it with nitrogen, or you can. What we did, we just added cane sugar to the bottles. We just added cane sugar to the bottles and just let it sit for another 2 weeks, and then it just like carbonates.
I tried one of the beers that they had. Very good, by the way.
It is good. It tastes fine. Really it tastes just fine. But
what kind of IPA
was
it? Huh? What kind of IPA was it?
It was like a juicy. It was just like a juicy, fruity grapefruit kind of. Yeah, IPA.
It was really solid.
Can you buy do beer companies like if let's say like Hazy Little Thing IPA makes like a beer kit that you can make your own little hazy IPA or what?
I don't know if like companies like that do, but
they just want you to buy their fucking shit.
Yeah. True. What we ordered off this northern brewer place is in Minnesota, and you can buy pretty much every strain of hop. You can buy like any grain you want. You can buy, but what we do, since we don't know what kind of hops to get and we don't know what kind of grains to get yet, is we just bought. They have like hundreds of recipe kits of different beers, and they literally send you everything you need besides the actual like equipment. They just send you all the ingredients.
That's cool.
And they send you this recipe.
I'm saying we could clear that shit out back.
It's super easy.
The Dabratory?
It's so fucking... You just need to clear one day. You just need to clear one day to make beer. It literally takes like... It maybe takes like an hour of actually doing something. And then like the other 4 or 5 hours of the day, you're just kind of prepping and waiting. You know, you have to wait an hour. You have to let something boil. You know, you have to let it boil for fucking an hour, and then you have to chill it until it gets down to a certain temperature.
Yeah.
And then you have to let it ferment. You have to air seal it.
You ever think about growing your own hops one day, maybe? Me
and Alex are actually growing our own hops right now, or we will this summer. I don't know what kind of hops they're going to be yet, but
that's really cool.
Yeah,
that's really fucking cool. So, how many different? I don't know if you know this off the top of your head, because. Like how many different types of hops are there? Is there just like thousands?
Did you? Yeah, there's definitely. I didn't really go into it. I mean, I don't really know, but there's thousands. There's got to be thousands.
Okay.
There's so many strains.
And they can and the way you combine them, it's just like there's endless combinations. That's why
it's just like weed. It's the same plant.
It is. They're the same family of plant.
No shit. That's why that's why some beer. There's
weedy.
There's some beer that smells like weed on purpose.
Have you had Hemperor before? Instead of using hops, they use hemp.
80 different hops.
I think that doesn't include
the combinations.
Hybrids. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But no, if you've Hemper from New Belgium, which is a big brewery in Fort Collins, Colorado, they have a beer called Hemper. It's like 7%. It literally, you open it up, it smells like a fucking edible.
Yeah, it does.
And you drink it, and it tastes like just a really hoppy beer. What? But then instead of that bitterness that you usually get from like a hop, it's like a weed kind of bitterness to it.
That's fucking sweet.
And like once you kind of past it and realize you're drinking weed beer, you're like, oh, this is pretty fucking good. And they fuck you up too.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of looks like weed. Just a little bit.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that because when we went through the Heineken factory,
they just have little nugs.
Yeah, they literally nugs. They literally handed us like hops like that, and they gave us like fucking. I was like, are these weed nugs? Like, what the fuck? Like,
do I smoke this?
Yeah, usually IPAs.
Well, I was in Amsterdam. I didn't know what I was supposed to eat it and drink it. I don't smoke it. Smoke it.
Yeah, usually like IPA, like drier IPAs, just smell like the hops you put in it. You know,
no shit.
That's basically what the hops smell like themselves. And actually, when we got the hops, when we got the hops,
You're gonna want to talk a little bit closer to that.
When we got the hops, it came in like pellets, which was weird.
So it didn't come in, like,
it didn't come in like a bud the way it looked like. It came in like little like squashed like cylinder pellets.
Well, don't you have to do a process before it goes into the water, before you steep all the hops?
The hops themselves, you just pour them in.
No shit.
They
just cut the nugs and they're like, bloop.
Yeah,
that
basically.
was like cat food.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like, but they were a little more
what?
condensed. They weren't as tall as that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's whack. You wanna switch the screen so people can see that?
But yeah, I forget at what stages mean what.
Don't go to their website.
I think like the last 15 hours or 15 minutes of the boil is like the bitterness aspect, or it's the aroma aspect.
Okay, so could you make that last 15 minutes like longer to make it more bitter, or shorter to make it less bitter, like give it less aroma? Is there like shit you can play with to change the way your beer is going to taste? Yeah,
and like I said, it pretty much purely has to do with like at what point you add the hops. I don't really know. I can't remember exactly when.
Okay.
I think it's scent, aroma, and taste. Oh wait, no, scent, aroma, and same thing.
So you could like fondle the balls of the process to get what you really want.
Yeah, it's aroma, taste, and bitterness. That's what I think it is. Aroma, taste, and bitterness.
Okay.
And I can't remember at one point in the boil the taste aspect is more.
Big Red Beard Brewing.
Yeah.
If you don't chew Big Red, fuck you.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't drink Big Red, then slap your balls and die.
Mark Fuckerberg, slap your balls and die. I'm just flailing my arms trying to hit comedy right now. I'm just flailing them.
Yeah, but overall, it's pretty easy.
No, Cloquet wants someone to start a brewery or like a cider place.
Why?
Llast summer,
they're paying whoever. They post like the city posted
in the Pine
last
Journal,
year.
Pine Journal, Pine Knot.
That anyone who puts up a brewery on that Avenue C area, literally, like you'll get $10,000 up front, and then like up to like
$50,
$100,000.
Oh,
like
was 100
in financing
Why
for the future.
Why the fuck are you not doing that right now?
Because I just like it's fucking.
It's a lot, dude.
Huge dedication.
Okay, the thing with beer,
it's like an all-in kind of thing.
Me and for his birthday, we went to Earthrider because we know one of the salesmen there. We got that free tour, dude. The amount of fucking money you have to put in.
Yeah, it's a huge upfront investment.
The equipment is so fucking tedious.
Find investors, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
You could find and
put time in and learn how to do it.
Yeah, there's that business aspect too.
That's if you know
a
that
business.
You're gonna,
Get someone that has a business degree.
Yeah.
Get like
he's gonna get a business degree.
Get yourself a business fucking degree and get like a master brewer. Find your own like kind of recipe, and then just find investors. Because if the city's willing to invest in it already, and you already have $100,000 down, it's gonna be like money is falling into your pockets from investors who want to invest in a brewery.
I'd be a salesman in a heartbeat. I'd love to fucking work there, give tours and shit too.
Yeah, it's a huge process.
But that's the thing, that Avenue C area.
I'll be your boiler engineer.
There you go.
Okay, that's the thing. Like that Avenue C area, I feel like there's not enough space for a big fucking brewery. Because
fuck yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
I mean,
you need higher ceilings though. That's what I'm saying, for like the big tanks.
Isn't there kind of a lot of land over there though?
There's land too.
You'd have to build new stuff, or you'd have to like take shit down and redo
So
it.
where Avenue C exactly is, and I know this very well because my uncle Zach, he owns that big building where the candy shop used to be. Mm-hmm. He owns that entire building.
I forgot about the candy shop.
Yeah, right. That's weird. But he owns that entire building and all of those buildings down the row too. He owns all of those, and most of them are vacant. Yeah. And they're all 3 stories high, I think. Dude, the wackiest thing about that though is in that other building, there's an old ass safe that USG used to keep all their like bonds and like saving shit from like 19 like before the fire. Like before the 1918 fire that we had, or 1912 or whatever the fuck it was.
1918.
Yeah, 1918. In that giant building, USG has a giant metal, like entirely metal room. There's an entirely metal room that held all the bonds from the CEOs that owned, or whatever, US Potlatch. That's what it used to be. that owned Potlatch at the time, and all like the vice presidents and the presidents and like everyone who was high up in the company had all of their entire life savings in that room.
Oh, cool.
It was whack. It's empty now. There's no money in there, but it's super fucking cool. I heard that. And if it smells, I'm gonna beat your ass on this podcast.
You're gonna eat my ass on this podcast.
I'll do both of those. I'll beat your ass and I'll eat your ass. Let me beat your ass without the
unconscious.
Hey, that's rape. Consent, folks. Consent.
Says the douchebag wearing a DTD shirt.
Hey, we've never had a rape allegation, okay? Back up. Well, NDSU DTD's never had a rape allegation. Let's not bring up other colleges. Let's not bring up the U of M. Bad idea. That's why they're kind of almost not a frat. But, well, that's a different topic. We'll talk about that later.
Look at that when we get fucking Max on here.
So that's really it. You just boil hops in water.
You boil the grain. It becomes, or you steep the grain. It becomes wort, and then you just boil the wort for 60 minutes and add hops, and then chill it, and then throw in a fermenter, a big fermenter, it's like a 6-gallon fermenter. 2 weeks, at least. 2 weeks. Well, some beers can sit in there for 12 months.
No shit.
Yeah. Like wine takes.
Wine takes
years.
Yeah.
Years. Whiskey takes years too. Whiskey takes like 6 years at minimum.
I think it has to be at least 4.
It depends. I think are there some like lower end Canadian ones, like blended ones, that are like 3?
Yeah, I think they have to be at least 3 or 4 to be considered like whiskey or some shit. I don't know. I think it's pretty specific, actually.
Huh?
Swish.
Oh.
Swish whiskey. Is that what that is? I've never heard of that. That's Screwball.
Oh. What?
Trailer Park Boys, when he's drinking Swish.
What's Swish?
I don't remember that.
Who made the back of the car?
What is Swish? What is it?
It's a fictional.
Is it like a
Look that shit up, Joe.
Trailer Park Boys. Dude, I don't know. I can't like.
I thought he drinks rum. Doesn't he drink rum?
Julian on the Swish.
I don't remember that one.
Oh yeah. He's sitting like by like the dumpster and shit. He's like all sad. He's just drinking Swish.
Fucked
I literally do not
dog.
remember that.
He's got the dog. Oh.
Barrel.
Isn't that just isn't that just like leftover like liquor bottles and stuff?
I was just gonna say, what is it exactly?
I'm pretty sure it's just like or no, isn't it like mixed with gasoline too?
That shit was so funny though.
I thought it was they poured liquor into gasoline and they mixed it up and drank that.
Oh god.
Why'd you click on that? Swish.
This is all dirty, shitty tasting homemade fucking liquor that you can barely get her in India.
But my fuck, does it ever get you some drunk?
I fucking love Bubbles. I love Bubbles. He's so funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
My fuck. Can you fuck yourself?
Just a big horny kitty.
just a big horny.
Big stone horny kitty. That's all he is, Julian.
Can you grab me one of my beers?
Oh, do you want one of yours?
Yes.
What kind of beer do you?
Just grab this. Oh, that's right. You didn't take them out. Here, let's see. Gabe, you want one of those Labatt Citrus? I'll take that Lion Imperial. Let's try that shit.
Citrus.
Do you need a bottle opener?
Yes, I do. Yeah, they just came out with it. It's like it's not even an IPA. It's just like a hoppy session ale. So it's like a diet IPA.
Sounds disgusting.
Well, if we're all drinking, fuck it.
Fucking
crack one. I think this is like the longest I've gone on a podcast without drinking. Yeah, we're an hour in. It's the longest time I've gone on a podcast without drinking.
We're an hour in already?
I think so, yeah.
Jesus fucking Murphy, boys.
It goes fast. Especially when you're
This looks so shitty.
when you're talking about something that you know.
This looks so shitty.
What's that?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, it's bad.
So
Is that yours? Why would you fucking get some of that? This shit's from where's this from again?
Oh, fuck.
Sri Lanka.
Dude.
what the fuck?
Oh, fucking that's terrible. That's like bad. That's actually like bad.
you want to try it, Joe?
I think it was like
No, try it,
I
dude.
think it was like
It's
$3.99 a 4-pack.
Oh, but when like the time frame on like a podcast, like when you're talking about something you like, when you're talking about like you're talking about brewing, and we know nothing about brewing, and it's like actually interesting to listen to.
Yeah.
That shit, when you get on a topic like that, and somebody knows way more than you do, and you keep asking questions, you can talk for 2 hours straight, and it'll feel like nothing. Yeah. That's exactly what happened on the COD pod that we did. My buddy, he's a semi-pro COD player.
Oh, that's sweet.
He plays like semi-pro like COD and stuff, and he tried out for the Minnesota Rockers. Tried out for the
Minnesota team.
Yeah, the Minnesota team.
Oh, that's sweet.
Tried out for the Minnesota Rockers.
Can you get me something else, T-Russ?
He obviously didn't make it. But shout out my boy
sweet.
Mo Cryptic. I'll link him in the description. But
I'll take a Labatt Citra.
Does he play on PC?
No.
These are the Rockers.
Or actually, I'll take that instead.
Okay.
The Laser Loon Colts.
Yeah, those are the Rockers right there. Shout out Minnesota Rockers. I fucking love those.
That's
boys.
fucking dope.
But he plays semi-professional COD, and he talked about like how COD evolved into like what it is now. Because he's gone to multiple live events where they just sit in a stadium and they watch professionals like play on a bunch of different screens above them and shit. Mm-hmm. And it's whack. Like it gets wild and shit. It gets wild.
I almost coughed.
Gotta stop yourself coughing in public. You're like,
I almost fucking coughed.
What kind of games do you play on that? That looks like a $1,200 laptop at least.
That one, it's a $950. It's like a $900 laptop. Okay. I play Skyrim on it mainly, just like the only game I have, or Minecraft.
Wait, what's your name on Steam?
Olymp Fajita.
Oh, okay.
It's the same as my PlayStation.
Can we talk about River's name?
No.
Do you know what it is, right?
It was a McThrobbencock or something.
No, that's
like
his
that?
Discord name.
Oh yeah, what's his Steam name?
Is it Orbital Cockslap?
Orbital Cockslap.
That is the fucking funniest name ever.
Dude, that motherfucker, what goes on in his brain, I imagine, is just obscenities flying past you. Like if you were in a dark tunnel and there's just big words of obscenities being yelled at a very loud, like 120 decibel volume, like gunshots by you, and it's just like cock, faggot, fuck, and it's just back and forth.
So
just like, I feel like that's what happens, and then sometimes like River will gain his bearings and there'll be a wall there and three of them will slap up on top of each other, and that's like any username he's ever had.
Definitely.
Orbital
That's very
Orbital Cock Slap.
I think his Discord name is Lord Pimp Smack My Cock.
Oh yeah, Lord Throbbing McCock or McThrobbencock or something like
it's McThrobbing.
Oh, it's Lord Pimp Smack McThrobbencock. That's what it is. It's so long. It's ridiculous.
Insane.
It's so absurdly long. But yeah, that motherfucker is.
I can't wait to see him.
Oh god,
Quite a guy.
quite a fucking boy. He's hilarious. Love that kid to death. But shout out River.
Pug. At McDonald's.
That time we were in McDonald's at like 11 at night.
Probably.
Dude was just trying to close up. He's like, I'm just cleaning and shit. And River like walks up to the counter, and he's just looking at the counter, looking at the menu. Like
I was recording. Someone was recording.
You were, or Ashley. It was. I
don't know if I think it was Ashley, but I don't remember if I have the video anymore.
I still have it.
Anderson.
We he's standing there, and we bet him. We were like, you won't do it. And he fucking goes up there, and he just stands there with his ape-like body and his arms dangling by his ankles and shit. And he's like, "Pog!" Just screams it loud as fuck.
And the guy like jumps a little bit.
Yeah, because the guy's getting his change, and
he
River
looks
just
up.
like in the video, you can see River tremor with
Anticipation. He's getting ready for it. He's building up.
Well, no, when he yells, he like tremors. Like it's like his diaphragm made him like fucking
Jumps
jolt.
his shoulders up a little bit.
He's like, "Pog!" and just screams it, just angry. The dude jumped and like looked at him, and River was just still staring at the menu after he ordered. Kid's fucking awkward. Or that time he asked for the McWiener.
We got one of this on the show.
That was funny.
Yeah. Oh my god, that crazy motherfucker. I've talked a lot on this show, like about a lot of different things. Like even Alec was like, "Oh yeah, that story you were telling about River and the McWiener thing." He's like, "That was so fucking funny," and I was like, "I never told you that."
I want a McWiener.
You're like, oh wait, I'm talking to a mic and I put it on the fucking internet.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that, dude. I kind of want to do unboxing videos, like an unboxing podcast.
That's what you've been saying. You probably mentioned that.
For what? Like what? What would you unbox?
I don't know. People just send me shit, and I just open it up and be like, "Oh, it's beer. Drink it," or "Oh, it's a knife. Stick it in the table."
Oh, some beer. It's just poison.
Oh, it's a gun.
Put it in my mouth. It's the most Gen Z podcast nobody ever gave a fuck about.
The first and only live unboxing episode. Trenton opens up a
It's the last one. It's a Glock.
And the Glock opens up the back of his skull.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Pour some barbecue sauce on the bullet. Make it a little tasty. Change my palate up. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up, boys.
Have you tried the laser loon?
So we talked almost nothing about sports.
We tried. UFC is covered. I don't really pay attention to NHL right now.
What about the draft? What's going on with that?
I was Joe might be able to hop in on some draft stuff. Can you? You pay attention to it?
NFL draft?
Yeah. Vikings, very solid draft.
Was it?
I liked it a lot.
We released a lot. How many players?
It's a keystone.
We had 15 picks, I think it was.
We released how many players? Like Diggs.
We didn't release Diggs. We traded Diggs.
Traded Diggs. Sorry. No. How many players did we trade or release from our team?
I mean, we cut Rhodes. We cut Linval.
Cut Linval Joseph?
We cut Rhodes because he's dog shit.
True.
We cut Linval because he's too much money, and we got Michael Pierce in free agency anyway. So, and Michael Pierce is what Linval can do, but he's literally stronger. He can squat like 700 fucking pounds.
That's disgusting.
We let Jaron Curse, Mackenzie Alexander, and Trey Waynes go, so we lost
Good.
4 fucking corners.
Fuck Trey Waynes.
Yeah, fuck Trey Waynes.
Piece of shit.
Travis got paid.
Trey Waynes, okay, you know that ridiculous contract we gave Rhodes is like, what was it? 14.5 million a year or something like that?
Yeah.
And that was when he was the best corner in the league at the time?
Yeah.
Trey Waynes just got that same contract from the fucking Bengals for playing like dog shit. I wish I could get paid to suck at my fucking job.
3 year, $42 million.
3 year, 42
That's
million.
fucking ridiculous. He's not good.
That is actually a lot of money.
He does not deserve any of that money. He's so bad. He doesn't turn his fucking head and look for the ball. And I literally feel like
I thought corners aren't supposed to do that.
Yeah, they are. That's how you play the game.
I thought you're just like supposed to like stare at your receiver.
No, because
Clearly never played corner.
Because if you stare at the receiver and you try to make a play on the ball and you make a play on the receiver, that's
interference. Yeah, that's true.
That's interference.
Yeah, you're not looking. And
What you're taught to do is to like if you're in man coverage, you basically just like fucking. I did that same thing earlier, dude. It's really fun.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Easter egg at 1 minute 46.
Easter egg.
But like what you're taught to do is to basically just like, just watch his hips, keep following him, and then when the ball is in the air, what you're supposed to do
it's in the air.
You watch his eyes.
Okay.
You literally look in their fucking eyes, and when they get like real big, you see them like focus and stuff. Then that's when you know. Yeah, see, just like that. You're like, oh, he's fucking staring at something important, like his whole
your
paycheck.
pupils so fucking big?
Yeah, mine.
Because he's got a hat on, and it's like dark. Like
pupils
right above
are
his eyes.
fucking huge.
Your pupils are huge too.
Are they?
Yeah.
On that ecstasy.
I don't want to take my hat off because my hair's gross, but
Same.
that hat hair, dude. Maybe I should just shave my head like Jew.
Like Jew.
Dude, I'm gonna cover this whole table in stickers. My dad told me not to because I put that one on there.
My dad told me.
I put that one on there and he got mad and he's like, "Why'd you fucking put a sticker on the table?" I was like, "Well, it's there now, so I might as well just cover it in stickers."
Yeah.
Be fucking sick. How many beer stickers you guys got?
I mean,
I have an Earth Rider one on my laptop, Moose Lake, Bent Paddle. No, I don't have Bent Paddle, actually.
Earth Rider, did you say that already?
I have
Can I buy stickers from Cold One?
No, they just like, the reps will just randomly bring them in.
Oh.
Dude, I want one of those metal Ursa Minor signs that like we have.
Oh, yeah.
I want one of those. It'd be fucking sweet.
That would be cool to put somewhere.
I want to slap, that NDSU sign I made? I want to slap that motherfucker like right there. I'll move the foam, I don't care, but I want that NDSU sign right there. It's so big though, it's like 4 feet fucking long. Oh, that thing's ridiculous.
Do we know anyone with an OnlyFans account?
Oh, Jesus. I think we might know Caitlin. I think the Kellys.
No, he's actually gonna go into it.
I think the Kellys actually. I think they might have OnlyFans. Think so? How else do they get their money? They work at Taco John's. Like, they have a shitload of money, dude. Come on.
When did OnlyFans
Yikes!
come up?
I don't know.
Because he's looking at you and Joe making a funny face.
Yeah.
Doing this. Like,
What's up, Gabe? What were you
When
saying?
did that become a thing? Because I remember last week that was like a new. thing I heard about.
It's been on forever.
It's been on, but I think with quarantine, people are a lot like they've been blasting through all the videos on their favorite porn sites. They're like, I need to pay money for one person.
When did OnlyFans start? 2014, 2016. 2016.
London, of course.
Yeah, no. Sign me up.
It's a subscription content service. No, it's just.
Oh yeah, dude! If you ever go on like some hot bitch's Twitter or whatever, and you accidentally like click the OnlyFans thing, like each individual like girl has her own account, and to like view her page, you have to pay like a certain amount of money.
It's like $15 a month, isn't it?
It's $15 a month per
person.
Per person, yeah.
That you subscribe to.
I don't think it's exactly 50. I think they can change it. I think it can be like 10 for some and 15 for others. I think they can change it, but I know like to view some of their videos, or they'll send you personal videos like on the website and stuff, and you just have to pay them for them.
Okay.
And stuff like that. Otherwise, you can just watch their like content on their page and shit. It's like
interesting.
Pornhub's free. Xvideos is free.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what it is? I think we've gotten into this before, but like the porn addiction, I think you get like addicted to a certain girl. You know what I mean?
I've never had that.
Like,
I feel like
because you're not just totally inept at life. But I feel like what they do is they get addicted to. Chase is like, let me prove you wrong.
Don't get ahead of yourself, bud.
What they do is they like.
It's not even 8 o'clock yet.
They get addicted to like one girl. Like they catch feelings for this girl in like this virtual world, and
after she's getting dumped in by like 40 different guys. Like,
well, it's not always.
I'm in love with her.
It's not always that. There's some OnlyFans where they just like post like bikini pictures, and it's basically like an Instagram.
Why would
people
you pay
to
$15 a month to see someone post bikini pictures?
People got money, dude. People got money.
Goddamn.
I see a lot of things about OnlyFans
I feel like
Instagram.
Trent uses his scholarship money on OnlyFans subscriptions.
No, I use my scholarship money to buy food at NDSU. We're in Fargo. We're in the oil fields, dude. Burger at McDonald's like $8.
Boiga.
That's a lie. Food there is actually very cheap. No, I don't use my scholarship on OnlyFans. I would actually never ever use unless I had like a ridiculous amount of money. Like if I was a billionaire, I'd be like, well, why not? I want to check this chick out. I'll pay $15 a month for that. It's chump change.
That's the change you find in your lint trap in your dryer.
You're like, Trap, you pull out hundos. You're like, what the fuck are you getting out of here?
Like, Jesus, I gotta empty out my fucking pants, man. This is ridiculous.
Would you even, if you were hold on, let me ask you this. If you were a billionaire, no, not even that. Yeah, if you were a billionaire, would you drive yourself?
I like driving.
Like everywhere. Like, would you drive yourself to like the store?
Yeah,
I don't think I would.
I think I would. I like driving.
I don't like driving.
I do like driving.
Nah, I don't think I don't know. Maybe to go get shit. I don't know. It depends. Because, like, I feel like if I was a billionaire, I feel like...
Okay, first of all, if you were a billionaire, you wouldn't even go to the store. You'd just have someone go for you.
Or that, or I'd like... Yeah, that.
Just let your fucking sneeze out.
Yeah,
let it out into your sleeve. You don't have to hold it in. Watch your eyes fucking pop out of your sockets. Anyway.
Joe's going to look like a pug at the end of this. Doing that shit.
Yeah, it completely depends on where I'd go, though.
Yeah, it would depend on that. But
if I were to go see family, I would be like, hey, fucking Harold, drive me, man.
I don't think I would. I think if I was going to see family, I'd roll up in like a really expensive supercar that I'm driving.
Yeah.
Tesla's actually somewhat affordable. It's weird.
Yeah, you can get a Tesla for like $36,000.
Oh, yeah, what? The very basic like.
That's sport, like brand new too.
The very basic sport model is like $35,000.
Isn't it like pretty expensive though to charge your car?
No.
Or maybe it's not expensive, but it's not like easily accessible when you're not home.
It's not easily accessible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there charging stations in like Duluth?
No.
No, so you have to you have to charge at home or go to the cities. But how long does like a charge last on one of those things?
300. So 200 something, 300 miles.
Okay, so it's
like it's like
less than a tank of gas.
It's well less than a tank of gas. I think like 200.
I can go like 350 in my fucking mom car.
Yeah, so like 300 miles is like I think the top of the line you can get right now. I think they average like 200 something, 200 flat.
But they also have all that like all the dash and stuff like that. Like the dash is like the touch screen and like all the electronics going in there, so that probably sucks it up. If you just turned all that shit off, you might save a little bit.
They do that when they do the test to see their mile range. They turn everything off and But even then, like an LED screen really doesn't suck up like a, what is it, like a, check how big the batteries are in Teslas. I think they're like 15,000 kilowatts or some shit. Like
that number means absurd. Nothing to me.
Okay, you know, like a 60 watt light bulb?
Sure.
That uses like 0.06 kilowatts.
Okay.
Not less.
Oh, it's just 100 kilowatt hours? What the fuck? Huh. Well, I was totally off. But yeah, no, that's just 100 kilowatt hours.
Huh. Turns out Trent's fucking stupid.
100 kilowatt hours in like your bill is probably like $10 of like electricity that you use throughout your house. So like when you pay $10 in electricity, like how much, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Because you pay by the kilowatt hour. But yeah.
I've been seeing a lot more around. A lot more Teslas.
Yeah. You can buy a used Tesla right now, I think, on their website. Like one that was purchased and then returned to them. I think you can buy it for like $22,000.
I wonder how much it costs to get like
they're all
installed at your house.
I think that's like $5,000. I think it's like $5,000 extra for that.
Are they all wheel drive?
No, they're typically front wheel.
Yeah.
Or they're typically rear wheel. Actually, they're rear
I'd
wheel.
be surprised if they were 4-wheel.
They're almost all of them are 4-wheel.
What?
Yeah, like the sport one is.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like the.
I thought you just said they're.
No. The base models are rear wheel.
Oh, okay.
They're rear wheel and they're one motor that runs like the entire back rear axle or rear drive shaft or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But then like you can buy the upgraded version, which is two motors, one in the back, one in the front, and that runs like all-wheel drive. And then you can buy 3 motors, which is 2 motors in the back and 1 in the front.
Okay.
Which is whack as fuck. You know how many RPMs you get up to in an electric car? You never shift, by the way. There's no shifter in an electric car. It just gets up to like 40,000 RPMs, and that's
really?
top. Yeah,
holy shit.
That's why you top out at such a low speed.
Yeah.
Like with a gas car, you can get up to like 150 miles an hour, like in a nice supercar or sports car or whatever. With a Tesla, you could never reach that.
Okay.
You could reach like, I think they top out at like 120 or something like that. Like,
but they fucking accelerate super fast.
Oh yeah, they like teleport almost. It's so crazy. You ever been in one?
No.
Oh my god.
They accelerate really fast.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking sweet.
It's instant.
Actually,
I feel like what's a 0 to 60 on those things?
I mean, that's more important anyways than.
Oh, the base model is like 3.5 seconds, which is still bananas.
Yeah.
For a fucking sedan.
I mean, yeah, I'd rather have an
what is it?
decent acceleration than getting 160 miles an hour. Right? I'd never see myself going above fucking 95 miles an hour.
Exactly. So, in like the fastest Tesla, I think was like less than 2 seconds from 0 to 60.
Fuck.
Which is absurd. But
you don't need to go that. You don't need that.
No, you don't.
But I
definitely
want
don't. But I want. Well, when you're in them though,
2.3.
From 0 to 60.
Yeah.
Holy fucking cock.
It's absurd, right?
Holy cock.
Why would you need to go? Why? That's literally like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You're at 60 miles an hour from a dead stop.
That's crazy.
From a dead stop. You
That's
ever been
so
in a
sweet.
real fast car, like an actual gas-powered, fast accelerating car?
Yeah, I've been on a Corvette before.
Yeah, and they accelerate fast. You're like, holy fuck! Like Teslas, it's like, it's like hyper speed.
Fucking yeah.
But yeah.
Like
So
Oh yeah.
you said you've been in a Tesla before?
No.
When you're in a Tesla, like even in the passenger seat, you can feel it. When a Tesla goes around a corner, it's not like a gas-powered car. Like you go around a corner going 30, you're gonna like everyone's gonna lean with the inertia like on to the outside of like the circle that you're turning around, or like to the outside of the bend. Like you're gonna feel it, right?
Yeah.
The car is gonna roll with it too, depending on the car.
Yeah.
You're gonna kind of feel it in the car. With a Tesla, like it literally does not. You don't feel any of that like top-heavy inertia coming from the engine. All that weight is at the bottom.
Sure.
So they corner like motherfuckers. You can take a corner going 45 in a Tesla that you couldn't no issue that you could have like a hard time taking in a gas-powered car going like 30.
That's actually pretty
If you
sweet.
buy one, you're funding us going to Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
So what reason is there for you to not fucking buy a Tesla?
That's probably going to be the very first car I purchase. The very first new car I purchase.
What was that Ford? That beat up red Ford that we always used to drive.
Oh, the Contour.
The Contour should have fucking killed us.
Oh, yeah, the guy that, so I had this, like, 1998 Ford Contour, and it was, like, this piece of shit red car.
Super small.
It was only running on 3 cylinders. One of the cylinders was busted, so it, like, wasn't working, and it was completely fucking up the engine. But I sold it to this lady for, like, $400, and she traded it to a guy that she owed money to for, like, $1,000 worth of trade or whatever. And that dude, like, called me up looking for a title. And he's like, wait, did you actually drive this thing? And I was like, oh, yeah, I drove it. It was my first car. I drove it everywhere. And he's like, what? Like, he's like, he said the frame on the bottom was completely separated down the center. So from the back door to the front door, there was nothing connecting on the bottom. The only thing that was holding it was the rail that runs on top.
We took that thing to Duluth so many
Oh,
times.
we'd pile it full of four people.
And we
all the time.
Fucking cruise.
Yeah, we'd go 80 down the freeway, no problem. He said he was surprised that it didn't just like fall apart.
Oh, that's fucked, actually.
Yeah,
I miss the Lincoln.
the fucking boat.
The boat car.
The boat. That thing, you could tell when that went around a corner, and if you were going like 5 miles, if you were going more than walking speed around a corner with that thing, you felt the roll. You just rolled with it. You're like, well, let's hope we don't
Too bad you trash every fucking car you have.
Hey, fuck you.
Like, they're full of Don's bags.
Hey, this one's my car right now.
And
is
chalky
actually
milk.
My car would be clean, but there's stuff in it. It's not garbage. It's not garbage.
In it.
It's not garbage. It's not the dumpster.
You're a hoarder.
So,
I'm not gonna lie. You should have seen my car the other day,
was it rough?
dude.
Full of quick trip food.
Yeah, no, and I'm gonna put that quick trip bag in there right when we leave.
Oh my!
Because guess what? There's already one quick trip bag in there.
Oh no, dude! I smelled that, and it honestly smells like raspberry piss.
Dude, that's actually like expired, dude. That's like really bad.
It smelled like
it
smells like raspberry piss.
Take a sip though. No, take a sip.
because we've had it for a long time.
It's been in my fridge the whole time too.
God, it's so gross. God, look at that.
I
It
hope
doesn't
that
even look like a
I
real
hope
label.
that doesn't mean 2007 on it.
Wait, hold on. Let me see.
It literally looks like it says April 20th, 2007.
Give it to you.
Yeah, I could see that, depending on when like the serial number starts and the date starts, or the date
Okay,
ends.
were these other like 15 numbers on here supposed to mean?
I don't know.
140420207. There is a 2007 in there,
And a 04.
But there's
There's also a
But there-
2020.
but there's also a 1404.
Shut up.
2319.
2319.
Yeah.
2319.
Fuck, dude. So, hold on. Do you guys consider yourselves Gen Z or millennials?
I don't think we can.
I fucking have no clue.
I think it's just whatever year we were born. I don't think we.
Oh, Gen Z. Okay.
I think we're. I think
Japanese.
because I think we're Gen Z. Because I think 1996 was the end of the millennials, right?
I think 2000 is Gen Z. I think like 2000 is like the cutoff. Like
I think
millennials are
I
from like
think
the 80s.
I think 96 is the cutoff for millennials.
Is
Gen
it?
Z age range 7 to 22.
Generation X. 1960.
See, we're the cutoff.
You're right. You're right.
Me and Gabe are the cutoff for Gen Z.
So you're the first Gen
Millennial.
Zers, right?
We're the oldest Gen Zers.
Gen Y. Okay, so what's like the significance of these
So I personally
generation
like
names?
right there is like Gen Alpha. What the fuck? That's creepy. Yeah. So like
Boomer remover.
Jesus.
the thing is I grew up in like a millennial way. You know what I mean? Like I grew up with like a Walkman and like like no iPad. Like I didn't have
VCR,
like a VCR. Yeah.
Like our
Same.
parents, like the kids nowadays, like you see them in like the Walmart and like just grocery stores and shit. Like they just have their parents' phone or they have a fucking tablet.
Yep.
Just covered in like shit.
It's covered in like
they're just-
Cheerio
and
dust.
it's like the second that tablet is like gone, it's like they have a mental fucking breakdown. It's like, why? Like,
Oh, it's so much-
sure, it's a break from your kids, but you're also melting their fucking brains.
Oh, it's so much stimulation for kids at such a young age. That's ridiculous. Like,
And then they become addicted to that shit, and they're all gonna have shitty eyes. They're gonna be whiny fucking pussies when they grow up. Like,
well, think about the Louis C.K. fucking. He opens up in this one comic special. He opens up with this one joke. He's like, if you want to find out like how bad TV is for your kids, why don't you just let your kids watch some TV and then sneak up behind them when they're not paying attention and just turn it off. Just turn off their TV. how do they react? They react like apes. They're like, like they get like freak out. He's like, do you think that's a good sign? Do you think that's a sign that TV's healthy for your kids?
That's true.
I mean, I think a little bit of TV like is not that bad. I think like if your kid watches TV for like an hour a day, not a big deal. But if you're one of those parents, would you stop with the tongue?
Oh, it wasn't on you anyways. Or was it?
Was it hold on, was it coming? Oh, you fucker, you creep. Anyway, for folks that are just listening, Chase was sticking out his long ass tongue and it was just coming into frame on the camera that's focused on me and Gabe. But if you let your kids, like, I think parents that just give their kids a tablet and like that's how those kids like live their lives from the ages of like 0 till like preschool or kindergarten.
Like the kids like are on iPads and they can't even fucking talk yet, really, but they're sitting here just like tapping away, like playing these fucking games.
Yeah.
And like just
Fortnite.
talking shit about me on Twitter.
Talking shit about
you. Can't even talk. How can you tweet? I'd rather catch my kids smoking a fucking Mar Black when they're 7 than have them sit on a fucking tablet all day.
I don't know about that.
I don't care.
I think I agree with Chase.
Yeah, see?
It's not. It can't be healthy for them. They're so young. Exposing them to like think about how much stimulation comes from like playing video games or like watching TV all together, and then like you going outside, right? Yeah. You go outside. Outside is like dog shit compared to TVs in like in stimulation like perspective. If you're looking at comparing those two things, but like. I don't know. I don't want my kid to just like look outside and see just like nothing, because like that's kind of what I see.
I want him to look at that dirt and be like, "I'm gonna eat that fucking dirt."
Like kids can't just be anymore. That was the biggest thing. My roommate at in Dickinson when I was working at Steffes. Shout out Steffes. My roommate in Dickinson never could be like in his own silence, in his own presence, like in silence. He always had to be listening to something. He always had to be listening to like a podcast or like to music or something. That's even in the morning, brushing his teeth, he had tooth tunes to listen to. Like those old
are still around.
Yeah, he still
we
had
need
one.
Yay tooth tunes.
We need Yay. Yeezy.
Oh my god.
Yeezy tooth.
Shicky gay. That's just him going.
But yeah, like he couldn't just be alone in a quiet room by himself, like doing a task or even doing nothing. And that just like, I don't know what it was, but like that just kind of bothered me. I'm not 100% sure why. It felt like you just couldn't sit alone with your own thoughts.
I can't sleep without background noise, but like
that's different.
But like I can sit there, like I can sit in a fucking room and just stare at the wall and think about how big of a piece of shit I am with no issue at all.
Like when I do homework, there's no
Oh, you don't have any background noise?
No background noise. I don't listen to music when I do homework.
Here's a can for your collection.
Get that fucking thing out of here.
You cunt.
That's probably a good way to do it, honestly.
Yeah, I listen to nothing. And why do you crush them? Like, why don't you be a man, fucking take the can?
Because I have soft ass hands, T-Russ.
You got eagle feather hands.
Someone should shotgun a beer on the podcast.
Shotgun a beer on the podcast? I shotgun a beer on Ethan's story.
I'm driving, so...
Yeah, you should probably call it.
Yeah,
I don't want to fucking shotgun a beer. Maybe I'll shotgun a beer outside with you guys, like staring at me all crazy, and we'll make that like the video thumbnail or something.
What would be a good thing to have as like the intro music?
Probably Boys Are Back in Town. Like the first, like as long as it's not 15 seconds, like I won't get sued.
Is that really all it is?
Yeah, it's got to be less than 15 seconds because if
not bad.
You go over 15, like I could do like fucking like when I say 3, 2, 1, we could have like the boys will always be or the Boys Are Back in Town like say song.
Yeah,
for like 5 or 6 seconds. But yeah, I should probably figure out an intro and like I don't know. I like my outro. I have
You have an outro? I haven't even listened to it.
My outro is like see ya. Like I don't.
Oh, it's just like
it's just him saying shit at the end of it.
Yeah, it's just me like promoting stuff and stuff like that. Okay. Did you guys didn't have anything you guys wanted to promote? Did you?
Not a fucking thing.
I mean, I'm already promoting Cold One Liquor.
I noticed you rolled out.
I'm not even trying. It's just I came here right after work.
That's awesome. You actually didn't have to come here after work because I don't think we have a hard deadline of 8 anymore.
You're such a fucking twat.
Well, I didn't find that out until like 4 seconds before you got to my house. That's why I called you.
How do you not wear an undershirt?
Got some
I
chafy
have to
nipples.
wear an undershirt.
I sweat bad, and these are fine. Like these like wick it away, like just good enough. You also don't realize I've broken both my thumbs several times. I have no grip strength.
Bitch hands.
Got a double fist. My fucking crank went out, buddy.
Gross. Holy fuck. Got no thumb strength? Got no tensile strength in your thumb?
Yeah, it's just like, it's basically just like doing this.
Yeah,
I'm like a dolphin with flippers, dude. I can like, it's like jerk off now. It's just
dude, hold on. The debate is going to come back on the podcast again because it's been on before, but it's going to come back on again.
What's happening?
A silverback gorilla versus a grizzly bear. A Kodiak grizzly bear. Kodiak grizzly bear would fuck up a gorilla any day of the week.
The thumbs, though.
No, the thumbs don't mean shit. What does that gorilla do?
I think when that question first arose in like early high school,
dude, people were getting
I
pissed
said silverback.
Yeah, people said silverback because of thumbs. But think about how fucking big a bear is.
Why is it just because of thumbs? That's not what I was thinking.
First of all, gorilla is about twice as strong as a human being. So if a human being,
they're way stronger.
They're twice as strong.
They're way smarter.
Body weight, exactly. So like if me being
body weight is
shut
not
up,
strength.
Shut your fucking face. If I can bench 200 pounds and I weigh 200 pounds, a gorilla who's 600 pounds can bench 1,200 pounds. That's the idea.
I don't know. Maybe grizzly would win. I don't know.
So who the fuck?
They got the
Michelle
claws.
Yeah, grizzly bears have claws. Grizzly bears, a Kodiak grizzly bear broke. There's a video on YouTube of a Kodiak grizzly bear chasing down a moose, a big ass moose.
Okay.
And the Kodiak grizzly bear does one swipe and snaps the moose's spine.
Oh, what? Really?
Snaps the spine. The moose can no longer run. Yeah. So
yeah, I think a Kodiak would win now. Thinking about it.
1,500. Oh my fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. They're huge. First of all, the thumbs don't mean shit. Thumbs do not mean shit.
Actually, that's not even like an argument.
Okay, just the weight is making me rethink this whole thing.
Lifespan.
Yeah, can bench press up to 1,800.
How do they know? How do they convince a fucking gorilla to bench press?
Probably feed it bananas or something.
Hey, bro, you want to come down to LA Fitness and just throw up a couple fucking sets?
We should 100%.
Do you need wristbands, dude?
We should 100% take a test subject gorilla and teach it bodybuilding techniques from like its baby age.
Could you imagine a gorilla on
at
bodybuilding?
Full strength?
Dude, we have never seen a silverback at full strength.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Not even fucking close.
1,800 pounds they can bench. That gorilla that's at full strength could probably bench like two cars.
They're all betas.
Like a car on each side.
Actually.
A car on each side of like a tungsten / like carbon fiber bar can hold up a fucking two small cars. That'd be nuts, dude.
Why don't we start off by just giving a gorilla HGH or like whatever their hormone is? That
human growth hormone?
It's GH.
HGH is human growth hormone.
Yeah, it's human growth hormone. I'm stupid. Gorilla growth hormone, so GGH. Give them some GGH.
What? Yeah, what would make them? Well, they're so closely related to us. They'd probably
just be gorilla.
Just be testosterone. Hormone. Yeah, just be steroids. Just be steroids.
It's like they could probably like if they would just punch you, they could probably turn your skull into applesauce like with one swift punch.
Just a regular gorilla for sure.
Just fucking that's
for sure,
dude. Chimps are strong as fuck too.
Yeah, think gorillas climb all day and they're like 600 fucking pounds. Chase,
they're all dense.
Look at their upper body.
They have no fat. They have no fat on them.
No, they don't.
If you threw a gorilla in a pool, that bitch sinking. That you can't like, dude. Why don't you doggy paddling? No, it's fucked, dude. It has no fat.
No, it literally cannot swim. No, they can swim, but hard ass.
Cocksuckers are scary.
They are. They're big. Look at that.
Those cocksuckers are scary.
Look at that. Those things are fucking yoked. Look at them. Look at the one standing. Look at the one standing. Bottom left corner. Bottom left corner. Next one. That one. Look at that.
Oh my!
Look at this guy.
He's got fucking no ass.
Look at those.
Where's
quads.
his ass?
Let's get a fucking leg there.
Ass. Dude,
I want to see his ass.
I like literally. Oh my god! And then have you ever seen the orangutans with like the big fucking paddles on the side of their face?
Oh, yeah.
Those giant fuckers. They don't just sit in a chair all day like it's depicted in Jungle Book. Like they straight up climb shit all the time, and they're climbing these flimsy ass trees with like their
gut.
400-pound gut. Like
isn't the Jungle Book like a socialist movie or some shit?
I don't want to get into that. That's like the same.
That's like Animal Farm. I thought that's communism.
Animal Farm's
No, I was just curious because
Farm's
didn't we
carnivores.
learn about that in school, or like they showed us that in school? I can't remember if it was
No. They depict each like king of like a certain species depicts like a certain country at a certain point in time. Like
really?
the monkeys depict like the USSR, and like the jaguar depicts like I remember learning about that. Yeah, the jaguar depicts like Africa or like Europe or something. Yeah. Polar bears are the worst. Polar bears are kind of fucked up.
Like little black bears, they're kind of pussies.
No, yeah. If you yell at them, you say like, "Hey, fuck off!"
Like
to a black
yeah,
bear.
my stress. If I had a jacket, I just like did this. And was like they'd be like, "Oh, fuck that shit!" And
That's a silverback.
Yeah, dude. I feel like a black bear and a silverback would probably. I feel like a silverback might fuck up a black bear.
Yeah, I think that's closer than a Kodiak. Honestly, I think that's a closer matchup, or maybe a brown,
just a
grizzly bear.
People. Well,
Kodiak is a specific grizzly bear.
Oh.
It's the biggest grizzly bear. If I'm not.
Okay.
A polar bear would probably fuck up an elephant, dude. I swear to God. Polar bears are really fucking weird. Dude, people like say save the polar bears, but like, why?
If you try to go up to a polar bear and say, "I'm trying to save you," it'd fucking maul you to death because it's so fucking hungry.
Yeah. They eat seals. They eat sea puppies like all the time. They don't fuck around. You know how big a seal is? Seals are like 400 pounds, and grizzly bears just kind of that shit.
Polar bears.
They don't. Polar bears, my bad. They don't fuck.
Polar cocksuckers.
They don't fuck. They don't fuck around, boys.
Polar cocksuckers.
Polar cocksuckers. Fucking polar bears, man. Bears. How did we get on the topic of bears?
The silverback.
Oh, that's right.
You brought up the.
That's right. Well, we never. So, what else happened in the draft that was memorable for sports?
Vikings did all right, I guess. I'm okay with it. There's a lot of shit going on. There's nothing else.
We pick up a lot of rookies.
Yes, with 15 draft picks, that's quite a few rookies. And then, like, however many fucking undrafted free agents. I have no idea how many it was, but...
It's like we almost restructured the entire team.
That's literally what happened. Our defensive backs, like, all of our corners are new.
Oh, really? All young?
Okay, because the only corners we had on the roster last year are Mike Hughes, who is just injury-prone. Holton Hill, he could have been like a third-round guy a couple years ago, but he just loves weed too much, so he ended up going undrafted.
Oh no!
So he's okay. He's okay. He just like smoking too much.
Just like smoking a lot of weed.
He just likes, but that's the thing. That's not illegal in the NFL anymore. They're not going to test for marijuana.
What?
Yeah.
No shit.
Do you know how pissed Josh Gordon is right now?
Probably super.
He
pissed.
probably he could have gotten back like 3 whole fucking seasons.
Pat McAfee, dude.
Pat McAfee never got caught. He just got caught swimming drunk in a canal in Oakland.
Is that why he got
allegedly?
Caught? Is that why he got cut?
He never got cut. He retired.
Oh,
he's the best punter in the league.
I thought he got.
He won punt, pass, and kick competition when he was in like elementary school. dude's a monster.
Dude, he's probably got the funniest podcast like in the world. His takes are so fucking funny, dude. And he always assigns a nickname to like everybody. Like he always says like their first name and then like they're like a title to him. Like he's introducing them for a UFC fight.
I don't know who exactly you'd be referencing.
Yeah, I don't know either. That was a bad take.
That's not even a take. That's just you rambling about some shit that doesn't even exist.
Yeah. It's been a rough day. Right now. It's been a rough day, boys.
Has it been a rough day?
It's been a rough day. It's been one of those days.
What have you done today, T-Ross?
I finished up my ME 213 project, and I also finished up my e-portfolio for my English 321 project.
Brutal.
And there's a lot more I could ramble on about, but I'm not going to do it.
No.
Because that's the most boring shit.
I played fucking PC all day.
An hour 40.
What do you play on PC?
And tied a fishing rod. Huh?
What do you play on PC?
I play Rainbow Six.
Sweaty.
I play League of Legends.
Do you sweat
Super
at Rainbow?
sweaty.
No.
So
I sweat more at League than I do at Rainbow.
What would you recommend for would you recommend me just vibing with my PlayStation, or would you recommend me like investing in a
I don't really know how much do you play? I don't really know how much you really play. I wouldn't know.
I mean, I play like kind of every day right now.
Yeah.
For this instance, but like when I was at school, I played like twice a week, 3 times a week.
Okay. Yeah, it just kind of depends on your situation because I play a lot.
He sweats to live. He lives to sweat.
I golf in the morning, and then when I'm done, if I'm not working.
Where do you golf at? Do you golf at Country Club?
Yeah.
Fuck. You got to be a member there.
It's cheap though. If you're under, it's only $500 if you're under 30.
It's only $500
if you're under 30.
That's an investment for this summer. I don't know if I'm willing to make that investment.
Just probably.
Yeah, I mean, my PC was, including a desk and a monitor, I think it was $1,200.
That's it.
Yeah.
For your PC,
I'm gonna invest in.
And I can play. I'm pretty sure I can play everything. I have one of the best video cards.
Excuse me.
Like one of the best budget video cards.
No
graphics
shit.
cards.
Because like River's big into that too, and he built his own PC, and his is like VR ready and stuff like that.
Okay, his is probably at least $2,000.
They're gonna have a field day when we get over there talking about PC shit.
But
I want to watch him play VR.
Dude, he's so ape-like. Like swinging his arms is just a natural.
It's dangerous. You gotta stay out of his radius.
You do. He'll fucking rock it, dude. But so he
doesn't say super seniors on it.
He did a what am I calling? What am I trying to think of? Chase, shut the fuck up. He tried to. I don't care. I can hear you, and it's distracting me, fucker. Anyway, so he did like some sort of build on Newegg for me. Like he just like did like a wish list for me.
Okay.
Of like all these parts, and it came out to like not 1,500. It came out to like 1,050.
Yeah, I recommend
all the parts without the tower, without the desk, without the monitor, without the keyboard, mouse, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a curved. I got an MSI curved monitor. It's like a 27-inch monitor. It's like $300.
Are the curved monitors cool?
Now that I plan on it, I don't think I don't think I really paid extra for it. But I would say it's not worth it if it was extra. Like if it was a lot extra.
Because I know Samsung's like straying away from like the curved TVs. Because, they're kind of pointless now.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. It looks really nice. But, yeah, I'd recommend going on...
What's the model?
What?
I think it's... just look up MSI...
curved monitor. Look up monitor for sure.
But yeah, if you go to a site called PC Part Picker... Mm-hmm. You can literally make... Like you said, you can make a wish list. You can pick each individual part that you want. It's a 27-inch, but...
That's almost exactly what it is?
Yep. Oh, it's not that big, but...
That's fucking sick. Dude, those extra-wide PCs are fucking... they're so OP.
That looks super sweet.
They literally, in Call of Duty, if you have an extra-wide PC, it gives you a bigger field of view.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
It's absurd. Like, if you're... Because, like, on this regular TV, I'll just play, and it's like, I have my field of view. But, like, they have an extra... fucking 15 degrees on either side to look.
Yeah.
And to see shit.
There are some games that you can adjust. Like I know Rainbow Six has that field of view setting on PC. It doesn't matter what monitor you have, but it doesn't on Xbox. So you can like adjust your field of view. Like I have mine set on as wide as it can be.
So does that kind of like bubble your view a little bit?
A little bit, and your gun's a little farther from your it's not right in your fucking face.
Yeah,
it doesn't take up your whole screen,
Oh, that's kind of nice.
But yeah, I'd recommend going on PC Part Picker if you're ever interested, because you can pick out of the entire. It has just a huge database of every part for for everything you need, CPUs, and you can add up that total.
Huh. I feel like Newegg is probably more expensive, isn't it?
Newegg is just like PC Part Picker, but it's you just order from Newegg. But PC Part Picker, it gives you options from Newegg, from Amazon.
Oh,
it gives you options for to buy it, cheapest option.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's really helpful. I based everything off that, so I think it might have been closer to $1,400.
Well, that ain't bad. I was looking at because I want to invest in an actual PC, like a video editing PC first of all, so that's going to cost some money.
Yeah.
But then also like a gaming PC and one I can do like VR shit on.
Yeah, that would probably be closer to $2,000 then.
Yeah, I think for the whole setup plus the VR headset, because I'm gonna probably get the HTC or the Vive or whatever, the Vive Alex, or what am I trying to think of? The HTC, not the Vive, but there's a different one.
It's a VR thing?
Yeah, it's like $1,000. It's $1,000 for the headset.
What does River have?
He just has a regular Oculus Rift.
Oh, okay.
But like the HTC Vive, he was telling me about it, and like it senses the amount of pressure you put on the remotes themselves.
Yeah.
So like you can literally like point. You can point while holding the remote, and it'll point in game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and like you can like pressure hold things. So when you hold let's say like a sword or like a bow or something, and like you know how like when you're holding a bow on like VR and you just have to like let go of a trigger, and that's kind of like it's kind of odd and shit like that because like you're not really, if you hold it like this, it's not going to work as if you hold it like this.
Right.
With that one, you literally hold it as if you're holding like a virtual bow, and you let your fingers go like that, and the bow will go.
Oh, that's so cool.
You don't hold any buttons.
That's super
typically,
cool.
But you do hold. There are buttons to push, obviously, but like if you're holding, let's say if I was holding a spear can and I wanted to crush it in the game,
you could actually.
I would just like squeeze. I would just squeeze the remotes pretty hard, and it would do it.
Yeah, I haven't really looked in any or even like played any of the higher end VR. I've just played like the PS4 VR.
The PS4 VR is still pretty good.
It's pretty decent.
It's like
give me a headache after 20 minutes. But.
True. It's like ranked like 8th out of. It's like above the Oculus Go or whatever.
Okay.
You ever done the you ever done like the VR like fucking with you put your phone like the Samsung phone in the VR headset? The only thing I've done on that is watched movies and porn. That's it.
Okay.
How's the VR porn?
It's pretty uneventful. Like you can the craziest part about it is you can like put it on and you can watch any video. You can watch any video that's out there.
It's compatible?
No. Not all videos are compatible. But what will happen is you can watch any video that is out there in the world. You can watch any YouTube video on a VR headset, like that kind of thing. But it just puts you in like a little theater. It's just a completely dark theater, and it's just a giant screen in front of you.
But if it's compatible, then it's like you can like look around.
Yeah, but if it's compatible, you can like look up and fucking look around and shit, and like there's the other things. Yeah, you can actually like. No, what they do is they.
Do you get the loads on the screen?
They actually, what they do is they put on a helmet on like the guy who's doing like the guy who's getting fucked and shit. They put a helmet on him, and there's a little camera on top, and it's like a ball, and it just records everything in 360 degrees. It's so fucking ridiculous. Because I did some research on this when I was. I was interested. I was like, how do they videotape this? Like, is it a guy like?
That's like everything on the screen. I remember the first time I went to, like, we were at your mom's house when she lived up by Hilltop, and this is when you had the 360.
Oh, it was the porn on
you pulled up, you're like, dude, do you want to see my Internet Explorer history? I was like, no. And you're just like, no. I'm going to show you. And you pulled up your Internet Explorer, and I'm not even fucking shitting you. There's at least 25 pages of just still open, like, porn tabs. I was like,
unclean. Dude, that fucking 360
dude, that
made
Xbox needed like a fucking like seance or some shit or like an exorcism. Like that thing was not okay.
Power of Christ compels you.
That thing was not okay.
Oh god, it was so virus ridden. I'm surprised that it didn't get the red ring of death just by how many dirty fucking websites I was on. Like
I was not meant to handle that.
Well, that's the thing. I couldn't watch like regular Pornhub on it because I didn't have like the right Adobe Flash for it.
Yeah.
So I had to go to like some like really sketchy like Czechoslovakian sites or some shit like really fucked up.
Xbox 360 compatible.
Yeah, it's actually when I discovered you could watch porn on your console. I was at a friend's house, and I was on his PlayStation. And it was a PlayStation 3, and it was the first console they actually had a browse, like a internet browser on it. And I was like, what the fuck? And I like was going through it, and I was like, this is a browser. What the fuck is this? Like, what is it? So I just clicked on it, and it showed up, and it popped up, and there was just porn, just tons of porn on his fucking PlayStation. I was like, oh.
Can you out this person out?
No. I'm not gonna say his name.
Do we know who it is?
Yeah. You ever gonna see him again? Probably not.
Okay, then I don't care.
Yeah.
Remember we went to Valley Fair? Edibles, Joe.
Shut up, Chase.
That's so fun.
Valley Fair.
Tilu. we left him in the lazy river. We were watching him from one of the other like water rides, and he's just taking a lap by himself. just dead. He was like all burnt and shit.
And he woke up. I think he woke up and he thought he was like gonna be next to us, and he wasn't. So he
woke up. He's like, what the fuck?
just like looking around, like where is everyone?
Did you go there too?
Huh?
You went to Valley Fair too? Oh my god!
And we were just watching him from like the top of like a fucking like, I don't know. We were high up. I don't know. Where
we were on like one of those. It was like the tube ride where you could have like a bunch of people.
Yeah, and we were at the top.
Yeah, but that's fine. So you were up at like by like a slide, like one of those drop slides.
Yeah, and we
or
were just
whatever?
watching him. Like there he is, and then he just like.
You ever done those drop slides where they drop the trap door out from underneath you? I accidentally shit myself on one of those once.
Wait, what kind of ride?
The you know like those drop slides where you drop down and it's like a really fast slide.
It like pull the floor out from underneath.
When did it? At what point did you let loose?
I was I was at Wisconsin. I was at the Wisconsin Dells, and this was like the first time I had ever been on one of those slides, which was like freaky to me because I was like, I've never actually done like a chute slide before, and then we did
a shit slide.
We just did a regular chute slide. We did like a small one at first, and I was like, oh, that wasn't bad. Like you just get in it and you just push yourself and you just go down and it goes really fast. It kind of hurts a little bit, but it's fine. And I was like, that's totally fine, whatever. And then Max was like, let's go to the top one. Let's go to the tippy top. I was like, all right, dude, let's do it. Like, that looks like fun. And this one was one that you get in and then the floor drops out from underneath.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, like, I got into the thing and I thought they were about to open the door so I could climb out and then, like, slide myself down. And I was like, all right. I was like, all right, when you opening the door? And he's like, what? I was like, when are you opening the door? He's like, you're in there. I was like, yeah. I was like, open the door so I can go out. And he's like, what are you talking? And he just hit the button, like, while we were, like, mid-conversation, dude. Straight up let out a little squirt. And that thing was lodged in my It was lodged, first of all.
It was solid?
No. It was okay. That not the whole turd didn't come out. I only shit myself like a tad, but just a little dabble, and it like got lodged in like my waistband and shit. And like I thought I cleaned out everything from the back, but for some reason it went around my dick and balls and got lodged in the front. So I just had shitty dick all day. So I just had a shitty dick all day long at the Dells. Dude,
why did you just go in the bathroom?
I basically fucked my loofah when I got home, dude. I just fucked a loofah. Just so hard. So much soap.
Just going hard on a loofah.
Well, we should probably wrap this up, boys. It was good talking to you. It was a good time.
That was a good time.
Done?
Yeah, we're done.
Goodbye.